My grandfather was a true monster who shook the realm, an S-rank legend, the purple gold mad lion, and my grandmother? A living legend beyond mortal imagination, wielding the double S-rank Jade Scale Serpent Emperor. Born from two supreme bloodlines, I should have been heaven's chosen prodigy. But in this era of beast awakenings, my soul manifested as a crumbling, lifeless stone shack. The heir to twin supreme bloodlines awakened a pile of ancient rubble. While the academy drowned me in their mocking laughter, something stirred deep within those worthless ruins. A soul-shattering roar echoed. Congratulations, host. You have awakened the supreme hidden weapon soul, the 10 Fiends Divine Temple. Survive 10 trials to unleash 10 ancient beasts and forge a new legend. Today marks the awakening ceremony at Shanghai Monster Academy. Every eye watches as my girlfriend, the campus goddess Vera, glides forward. She raises a delicate hand, pressing it gently against the humming surface of the awakening stone. A heartbeat later, a blinding nova explodes outward. The entire plaza drowns in brilliant light, forcing everyone to shield their eyes. Dead silence falls, followed by explosive gasps. That aura is terrifying. She is a rank minimum. She might even hit S rank. The glow fades, and Vera shifts into a majestic, breathtaking spirit, crowned in shimmering teal gold feathers. The legendary S-rank green feather spirit deer, an ultra-rare healer. The absolute zenith of battlefield support. Her monstrous healing capabilities are truly terrifying. Limitless recovery and endless stamina. Every major guild will wage war just to recruit her. Beast souls follow a strict hierarchy across 7 tiers. D, C, B, A, S, SS, and SS. A B rank makes you a genius, but an S rank? That is a peerless, 1 in a million prodigy. SS crowns you as Aldaxia's elite. And the mythical SS rank? Fewer than 10 mortals have ever touched that realm. At this exact moment, Vera's destiny blazes blindingly bright. She strides toward me, but her previously warm gaze is frozen. Good luck, she mutters coldly, brushing right past me. That freezing tone cuts deep. I know exactly what her changing attitude means. Swallowing my words, I give a silent nod and step toward the awakening stage. My palm strikes the stone. A sickly ashen light sputters, while a shadowy ruined palace materializes in the sky above. The courtyard erupts in savage mockery. Is this a joke? We summon fierce beasts, and this trash summons a rundown shack? A D-rank broken house. His life is completely over. Someone dragged this garbage away. Vicious insults wash over me like acid, yet my expression remains perfectly calm. Instead, a dangerous fire ignites in my eyes. Suddenly, an icy mechanical voice resounds in my mind. Congratulations, host. The 10 Fiends Divine Temple is completely bound. Conquer 10 sacred trials to command 10 ancient world-ending beasts. First trial initiated. Devour the awakening stone before you within 1 minute. Shattering it means failure and permanent system unbinding. Success grants you the catastrophic power of the SS rank Taotie. My heart hammers. I stare at the stone, keeping my expression perfectly unreadable. Below the stage, Principal Wade's face darkens with disgust. He leans in, whispering a ruthless command to his subordinate. Remove this dead weight. Strip his exam rights, expel him immediately, and throw him out of the dormitories today. He has 30 days to pay back his massive tuition debt, or we drag him to court. Understood. The vice principal sneers, marching onto the stage. He glares down at me with flat, icy disdain. Listen closely. Since you avoided your tuition for an entire year, the academy is officially expelling you right now. Pack your pathetic belongings by tonight. Pay your debts within 1 month, or we will destroy you in court. He throws a crumpled expulsion notice right at my feet. Just then, Vera steps forward. Her eyes drip with absolute contempt. I have thought this through thoroughly. We are completely incompatible. I summoned an S-rank divine spirit, while you summoned a D-rank pile of garbage. We belong to 2 different worlds now. You are utterly useless to me. We are finished. Her cruel words slice like a blade before she walks away. Then, the mechanical voice chimes in my mind. Urgent warning, 5 seconds remaining. Devour the stone immediately, or the 10 Fiends Divine Temple will unbind forever. Fine, down the hatch it goes. Fate gifted me a second chance, and I completely refuse to become stepping stones for trash ever again. Grabbing the awakening crystal, I violently shove it straight down my throat. Instantly, the mocking laughter across the entire plaza completely evaporates. The crowd stands paralyzed, jaws hitting the floor in absolute shock. Suddenly, a crushing force rips my consciousness away, violently dragging my soul into a legendary sanctuary, the Temple of the 10 Fiends. 10 gargantuan beast shadows loom inside the darkness, bleeding an absolutely suffocating, godlike supernatural pressure. Suddenly, twin crimson suns ignite. A dark silhouette opens its eyes, unleashing a primordial roar that violently shatters the very fabric of space. The very constellations above are helplessly dragged down by a terrifying gravity. Everything spirals into its bottomless maw. I watch, completely paralyzed, as this entity casually devours the sun, the moon, and the actual stars. This is the legendary, beyond S-rank Taotie, the ancient beast of gluttony. I really just awakened a literal god-tier myth. A colossal tsunami of system data violently crashes into my brain. Congratulations, host. First, Taotie trial cleared. You may freely transform into the beyond triple S rank entity and have successfully acquired the beast's divine inheritance. Talent 1, Infinite Devour. Every single thing in existence instantly becomes your prey. Devoured matter becomes perfectly refined energy, 100% absorbed without a single drop wasted. Talent 2, Infinite Plunder. Forcibly steal another person's talent, usable just once daily. The pathetic victim permanently loses their stolen power forever. Target restrictions apply, maxing at 1 full tier above your level. Talent 3, Wrathful Frenzy. When the Taotie enters a blood rage, all core stats violently multiply by 10, until the sworn enemy breathes their last. The massacre will never stop. System warning. This ability inflicts catastrophic physical backlash on the host. Use with absolute caution. My eyes shoot wide open. Pure, intoxicating adrenaline floods my veins. These broken abilities are insanely, impossibly overpowered. The grand visit with the 10 Fiends Temple echoes out once more. Second Taotie trial officially generated. The 10,000 Beasts Massacre. Devour the corpses of 10,000 bronze-tier monsters to pass. Completion grants the Taotie's ultimate, reality-breaking exclusive arts, the inheritance of the heaven-devouring divine spear, the blood prison cage, and death blood flame. Back in reality, Principal Wade witnesses me eating the crystal and absolutely loses his mind. What are you idiots staring at? Call the cops right now. That brat destroyed Academy property. Throw him behind bars immediately. But before his arrogant sentence even finishes, my eyes violently snap open, bleeding a terrifying, primordial, crimson, murderous intent from within. Principal Wade catches that deadly glare. He steps forward on pure survival instinct, his voice rising into a maddened dog's bark. Still acting tough, are we? Listen closely. You absolute trash. That pure awakening crystal was worth over 5 million, but the threat brutally chokes in his throat. Locking eyes with me, a freezing terror violently shoots up his spine to his skull, making his pathetic heart race with absolute blinding dread. His arrogant insults are instantly and forcefully swallowed back down. A split second later, a suffocating, hyper-dense ocean of bloodlust completely floods everything. An apocalyptic, bloodthirsty killing intent violently erupts from my core, swallowing the entire stage whole. The surrounding crowd stops breathing entirely, their faces turning ghost white as they shiver uncontrollably in fear. This murderous aura is just too unimaginably savage. They are no longer facing a high school boy, but staring down a primordial apex predator that just crawled out from ancient hellish ruins. It is the absolute same nightmare pressure as the highest tier monsters beyond the wall. My homeroom teacher, Mr. Leo, completely freezes in disbelief. He awakened a B-rank spirit himself, an elite by Academy standards. Yet right now, just standing before my presence makes him completely gasp for air. His brain absolutely short-circuits. Whatever monster this student just awakened, it severely transcends B rank. Mr. Leo urgently steps up, desperately trying to de-escalate. Principal Wade, please calm down. Look at this aura. His awakening is absolutely no ordinary beast. Expelling him now is pure madness. Our top priority right now must be measuring his actual rank. The Academy cannot afford to lose a supreme genius. But since I ate the crystal, standard testing is ruined. Principal Wade's face twists into an ugly scowl. Humiliated and completely cornered, he frantically dials his phone, calling for heavy backup. I just watch his pathetic display with icy, mocking amusement. I have known this principal was a petty, corrupted rat for years. He publicly expelled me and completely trampled on my absolute pride. Therefore, I have zero reason to ever remain at this trash Shanghai Monster Academy. Just as I finalize my thoughts, an earth-shattering dragon roar violently rips the heavens apart. A colossal winged terror pierces the clouds, descending upon us. A gold-tier horn-winged drake, the absolute supreme apex of the skies, The paralyzed crowd simply exchanges terrified, deeply confused glances. Who in the world is arriving now? Did my awakening really just summon a gold-tier powerhouse from the shadows? 3 majestic figures descend from the soaring beast. The colossal drake instantly shifts into human form, landing heavily on Earth. The breathless crowd violently erupts. Those are the legendary headmasters of Hurricane, Purple Gold, Azure Sea, and Shadewind Monster Academies. They proudly haul a colossal awakening crystal, marching directly toward a sweating Principal Wade. One headmaster smirks mischievously. "Hey Wade, we heard your stone got completely devoured. So, we brought the absolute largest and purest gem from our own academy vaults. Feast your eyes. It is 1,000,000 times better than your pathetic rock, right?" Principal Wade's complexion violently shifts between sickly pale and furious green. He emits a bitter scoff. "I can smell your treacherous scheming from a mile away. Hand it over." Snatching the crystal, Wade instantly glues a sickeningly sweet smile onto his desperate face. "My precious boy, I was completely blind before. I never should have acted so foolishly. Forget that useless rock. We have a flawless new crystal right here. Please, touch it, and let the world witness your beast's true, glorious power rank. I am officially destroying your expulsion notice right now. Stay with us, and you will secure absolute priority over every single elite resource we possess." A frosty, mocking smirk slowly dances across my lips. "I am truly sorry, Principal. You already kicked me out, so I refuse to stay here." Wade's expression instantly crumbles into absolute darkness. "What? You refuse to stay? Think carefully. Shanghai Monster Academy is the undisputed crown jewel of this province. Here, you hold the keys to elite guidance and endless mystical treasures. Do not recklessly toss your brilliant destiny away." I refuse to argue further. I deliver my final, freezing verdict. I am leaving. Wade's face contorts into utter despair. Like starving wolves, the 4 rival headmasters violently swarm me, desperately fighting each other to pitch first. "Ignore that old fool. Join Hurricane Monster Academy. We only have 2 S-rank geniuses. Swear loyalty to us, and our entire vault is yours. 0 restrictions. Do not listen to him. Choose Purple Gold Monster Academy as your home. We only possess a single S-rank student, meaning our absolute best treasures belong to you." That is pure garbage compared to my offer. Azure Sea Academy lacks even 1 S-rank. Choose us, and the entire academy's wealth is yours alone. 0 rivals, 0 competition for anything. Please, just listen to my words. Step into Shadewind Academy. We possess an S-rank star, but more importantly, we host the most breathtakingly gorgeous beauties everywhere. You just got your heart completely broken, right? Enroll with us. Take your romantic pick, and I swear perfection. The elite headmasters violently scream at each other, crimson-faced as frantic spit flies everywhere. The massive crowd watches in absolute shock. Their jaws hit the floor at this insane heaven and earth difference. Standing completely frozen, Principal Wade looks absolutely miserable. He remains entirely powerless to stop this humiliating poaching before his eyes. Finally snapping, Wade furiously roars at the absolute top of his lungs. "Stop fighting over him! Let him test his core first. We do not even know his true S rank. Stop hyperventilating over nothing!" Ignoring them, my icy gaze sweeps the breathless crowd, locking onto Vera. A wicked spark of amusement dances brightly. I am intensely curious. When my god-tier rank is exposed, what pathetic look awaits her? With slow, dominant steps, I firmly press my palm against the massive awakening crystal. An apocalyptic blaze of radiant energy violently erupts. It completely eclipses Vera's pitiful glow, illuminating the entire province in one blinding flash. But then, the absolute unthinkable strikes. An earth-shattering crack echoes loudly. The colossal awakening crystal violently explodes, completely obliterated by my overwhelming aura. Shimmering fragments violently rain across the stage. Absolute suffocating silence follows. Nobody believes their eyes. It is undisputed knowledge. This supreme crystal easily measures anything from D rank up to S rank. For it to instantly detonate, my hidden talent violently shattered the S rank ceiling. In the Academy's bloody history, this miracle occurred exactly once before. 30 years ago, a legendary student awakened the double S-rank Tianu Azure Dragon, sending terrifying shockwaves across the entire province. Back then, an elite capital university dispatched supreme envoys overnight, granting that monstrous genius unconditional acceptance right on the bloody spot. Skipping all exams post-graduation, he marched straight into a supreme military holy order. He later abandoned them, forging his own unstoppable faction as absolute leader. That very holy order swiftly evolved into one of the most terrifyingly powerful forces across Daxia. And that legendary man remains one of the most overwhelmingly dominant figures in the entire military. War King Rex, commander of Tianu Holy Order, one of Daxia's 36 war kings. A terrifying name burned into everyone. Watching this, Vera stands completely dumbstruck. Every single trace of arrogant pride vanishes from her pale face, instantly replaced by world-shattering shock and absolutely undeniable, humiliating disbelief. The pathetic boyfriend she coldly discarded mere minutes ago has actually awakened a monstrous talent totally obliterating S-rank, perhaps the mythic double S. The soul-crushing weight of reality hits her instantly. Her knees buckle, collapsing in pure agony and bitter regret. Seeing this, the 4 headmasters explode into an even fiercer war. A double S rank? Shanghai Monster Academy claims this absolute prodigy. What about our 2 S-rank students? Take them, we cast them aside. Azure Sea Academy abandons them too. I am holding back my entire student body. Every drop of our academy wealth will belong exclusively to Mo. You two have completely lost your minds. Purple Gold Academy cannot match that madness. But I will sacrifice the wedding fund of my own son to shower Mo with the ultimate treasures. Do not challenge our wealth. Shadewind Academy is backed by immensely powerful and rich heiresses. The moment Mo enters our halls, endless fortunes will fall at his feet. Absolute power and infinite resources. Amidst the blazing headmaster war, Principal Wade sneers with icy disdain. Do not celebrate your victory yet. Across the 72 provinces and 36 domains of Daxia, any Supreme Awakener surpassing S-rank demands an immediate military decree. High Command will deploy elites with a Divine Awakening Stone for the ultimate trial. A monster talent like this skips the exams entirely. The highest universities will beg for his favor. Your pathetic squabbling means nothing. The 4 headmasters freeze, glaring at Wade with absolute venom and scorn. Who cares? If his legend begins at our academy, we win the ultimate glory. A double S prodigy carrying our banner. That single fact would crush Shanghai Academy for centuries. Shanghai only ruled over our 4 academies because you birthed War King Rex. We demand our own supreme genius. Keep dreaming! Wade flashes a wicked, triumphant smirk. The military command has already received my official decree. Their vanguard approaches this very moment, carrying the legendary awakening stone of the military. If he awakens as a mythical triple S rank, liquidating your entire academies would not outbid the military elites. Yet internally, the soul of Wade crumbles with devastating regret. Had he sensed this terrifying potential earlier, he would have carried the boy through 10 years of free schooling, rather than expelling him so publicly. Far away in the Shanghai military fortress, Commander Quinn slams down his pen. His gaze turns deadly. Repeat that. An entity beyond S rank at Shanghai Academy, demanding the sacred awakening stone? Yes, Commander. An absolute emergency transmission directly from the Academy grounds. The intelligence is absolutely flawless. Hurricane, Purple Gold, and rival headmasters have breached the site. The awakening is broadcasting live across the entire province. Quinn instantly summons the holographic feed. His piercing eyes lock onto me, brows nodding in deep suspicion. He mutters quietly, Molin. Why does that name echo in my memories? His lieutenant steps from the shadows, whispering, Commander, he is the bloodline of our fallen legends, Lance and Era. Impossible. The face of Quinn twists in shock as he violently kicks his chair back. 3 years ago, during the Great Shanghai Collapse, Lance and Ara sacrificed everything. They were the ultimate pride of our military. Lance himself, even before the bloody slaughter commenced, had conquered the trials of the Crimson Holy Order, one of the 4 mythical pillars of Daxia. His destiny was boundless, yet the battlefield claimed his soul. Quinn carried that heavy sorrow for years. And now, his heir steps forward. The gaze of Quinn burns like forged steel. His voice commands absolute obedience. Mobilize the Divine Awakening Stone immediately. I am descending upon Shanghai Monster Academy myself. Suddenly, an arrogant, breezy chuckle echoes through the corridor. If the commander marches forth, why leave me behind? I must witness the power hidden within the bloodline of Lance. Quinn spins around, bowing with absolute grave reverence. The legendary War King Rex. My lord, Shanghai Academy birthed a monster beyond double S rank. It is the son of Lance. I depart immediately. A spark of thrilling curiosity ignites in the eyes of Rex. Then it is settled. We ride together. In a flash, they mount an S-rank hornwing, Drake. The beast roars, tearing the sky toward Shanghai Academy. Back at the chaotic academy grounds, A luxurious throne has mysteriously appeared right beside the awakening altar. And there I sit, eyes resting shut, soaking in the absolute peak of comfort. The 4 mighty headmasters orbit me like loyal lackeys, fanning the air, pouring iced tea, and diligently massaging my aching muscles. The students stare in absolute awe at this royal treatment, while Principal Wade trembles with blazing, barely contained fury. Suddenly, roaring winds rip through the heavens. An S-rank divine horn-winged drake, massively dwarfing the previous gold-tier beast, descends upon the academy, swallowing the sun itself. Every single head instinctively snaps upward, eyes trembling with sheer awe and utter confusion. Just who could ride an S-rank divine horn-winged drake? 3 silhouettes leap from the massive beast, landing with absolute perfection, as the breathless crowd recognizes their leader, a refined, elegantly dressed man in pure white. The entire plaza completely erupts. Astonished screams echo from every direction. Impossible! It is War King Rex of the Tanu Holy Order. Why is a legend here? Rex sweeps his calm, unshakable gaze across the breathless plaza. He speaks with measured pacing, his perfectly calm voice piercing through the silence into every waiting ear. I arrived because rumors claimed a phenomenal double S rank talent had finally awakened within Shanghai province. Commander Quinn and I needed to witness this. The legendary War King came personally. This realization strikes the trembling crowd like a devastating lightning bolt. The live broadcast chat absolutely explodes in mere seconds. What started as a simple local Shanghai stream instantly skyrockets in viewership, blazing rapidly across all 72 provinces and 36 sweeping domains of Daxia. Millions of eyes nationwide are now locked onto this historic awakening ceremony. Locked directly onto me, Rex finally shifts his heavy gaze my way. A flawlessly practiced smile touches his lips, speaking with the arrogant, measured tone of a ruler handing down divine guidance from above. I hear you dropped out of Shanghai Monster Academy. Young man, do not let reckless impulses blind you. Such foolish short-sightedness will only destroy your destiny. Honestly, you were also at fault here. You possessed incredible educational resources. Principal Wade simply lost his temper. Let us compromise. Both of you will apologize. Bury this useless grudge and walk forward together. Upon graduating university, enter my Tanu Holy Order. My son Ren already serves there. You elite prodigies should definitely spend more time bonding together. Exchange your profound martial knowledge. It benefits everyone. Every single heart in the plaza stops, desperately awaiting my final answer. Vera sits helplessly on the floor, her bitter eyes blazing with venomous jealousy and deep resentment. I used to be her pathetic shadow, but now I am receiving a divine invitation from the mighty War King Rex, standing at the glorious pinnacle she desperately craved. How could this be fair? My eyes slowly open. My voice remains cold, carrying an absolutely crushing, unshakable finality. I am not returning to that academy, and I refuse to join your Tanu Holy Order. A dark flash of arrogant displeasure and icy fury ignites within Rex. In his 10 years as Daxia's legendary War King, absolutely nobody has ever dared reject his supreme will. Until this very moment, I am the absolute first. Rex sneers inwardly with venomous contempt. Does this arrogant brat believe a double S-rank awakening grants him immortality? He refuses to give me even an ounce of face. He will suffer for this insolence soon enough. A suffocating, deathly silence claims the plaza. Reality violently crashes over the crowd. I just declared war against a legendary War King. The 4 principals' faces instantly drain of color. They quietly retreat into the shadows, absolutely terrified to ever mention recruiting me again. Offending a paramount War King of Daxia is a sheer death sentence. Not even a double S-rank prodigy is worth that catastrophic risk. Even those elite academies desperate to secure my supreme talents instantly crush their ambitions and retreat, but their cowardly hesitation means absolutely nothing to me. I rise with slow purpose, striding directly toward the military's exclusive awakening stone. Rex shoots me a chilling, utterly dismissive glare, completely erasing me from his vision as he elegantly turns his attention toward Vera, his tone softening significantly. Young lady, you manifested an S-rank green feather spirit deer, a truly magnificent talent. Will you pledge yourself to the Tanu Holy Order upon graduation, serving alongside my heir, Ren? Vera's greedy eyes instantly blaze with starlight. Every ounce of her resentment vaporizes, replaced by a surge of euphoric triumph. She scrambles upward, bowing with ultimate reverence. I am completely honored. Thank you, mighty War King Rex. I will serve young Master Ren with everything I have. In her deluded mind, securing the War King's favor guarantees infinite wealth and untouchable status. perhaps even destined to become his glorious daughter-in-law. The exact second those arrogant words escaped Vera's mouth, boom, a catastrophic blood-red pillar of pure energy violently erupts from my core, shattering the clouds and piercing straight into the eternal heavens. An ancient, bloodthirsty aura of apocalyptic terror violently engulfs Shanghai Monster Academy, instantly rippling through every single corner of Shanghai province. Every single soul is mercilessly crushed by this overwhelming aura, suffocating instantly, collapsing to their knees in absolute despair, their faces drained of life. Within that blazing inferno, I transform into the legendary Tai, completely unchained and utterly unstoppable. A terrifying blood-red giant towering over 3 meters tall, armored in indestructible scales, with crimson eyes radiating boundless fury. Demonic, tattered wings violently unfurl behind me. I stand before the trembling masses like a resurrected blood god ascending straight from the depths of hell. An absolutely devastating presence that mercilessly crushes everything beneath it. Is this the absolute power of Double S? A trembling voice gasped from the crowd below. The sheer terror was suffocating. Yet, the nightmare was just beginning. My erupting aura refused to stop. The terrifying energy kept skyrocketing. A suffocating pressure swallowed all of Shanghai province. The world's natural energy violently twisted as the blood-red pillar blazed like a beacon of destruction. Bizarre celestial phenomena erupted everywhere. Devastating shockwaves rippled across all 72 provinces of Great Xia. Rex instantly lost all color. His eyes bulged in pure horror. He shot to his feet, a breathless gasp tearing from his throat. Something is horribly wrong. This isn't Double S. This monstrous pressure was infinitely more terrifying than his own awakening. Rex's mind spun into total chaos. Suddenly, a spine-chilling realization pierced through his panic. This heaven-defying pressure forced every single beast to instinctively bow in absolute submission. There was only one impossible truth. This boy hadn't awakened a Double S beast. This was the mythical Triple S class. In Great Xia's entire history, such divine prodigies could be counted on 2 hands. The exact moment a Triple S talent awakens, they receive an unconditional golden ticket to Great Xia's 4 great holy orders. Next to those titans, Rex's own faction was complete garbage. As the absolute guardians of the nation, these 4 orders bypassed the military entirely. They answered only to the supreme leader. Even the 9 great heavenly kings meant nothing to them. Around me, students collapsed to their knees. The suffocating aura completely shattered their pathetic resistance. This was bloodline suppression, the tyrannical dominance of a pure-blooded ancient divine beast crushing everything in its path. Vera aggressively bit her lip. She desperately forced her trembling legs to stand, stubbornly refusing to bow. Principal Wade and the other academy leaders gritted their teeth against the weight. Yet, their bodies convulsed uncontrollably. Vera's arrogant expression warped into pure agony. Finally, her stubborn limits broke. Bang! She violently slammed to her knees, forced to bow before the very boy she had ruthlessly treated like trash. But right then, I felt it. A mysterious energy from the awakening stone was deeply scanning my body's core. My internal alarms blared. This was incredibly dangerous. If the world discovered Great Xia had birthed a monster surpassing Triple S, the apocalyptic beasts beyond the barrier would immediately hunt me down. Even rival nations would send endless assassins to erase me. I instantly unleashed the Taotie's infinite devour. I ruthlessly swallowed the stone's scanning energy. Then, I forcefully dragged every drop of my explosive aura back inside. Meanwhile, far beyond the human safety barrier, a titanic monster violently crashed into the desolate wasteland. It was a golden jade Tier 3 abomination, a tyrant beast king who had ruled these lands for centuries. A warrior in gleaming silver armor strolled from behind the corpse. Casually wiping monster blood from his spear, he smirked. "Send a message. Tell the Holy Order's cleanup crew to grab this trash. And from now on, stop dispatching me for these pathetic bugs. They are incredibly weak, not even worth my time. Understood. Vice Captain, are you heading back to headquarters? Go back? Why? That place is dead boring." The warrior's grin turned predatory. "Rumor says a Triple S prodigy just dropped in Shanghai province. I'm going to track that kid down and play a little. We are the same breed, after all. True genius is a terribly lonely peak." Booming with laughter, he killed the comms. He exploded into the sky, tearing through the clouds like a silver meteor. This absolute powerhouse was the vice captain of the Crimson Holy Order, one of Great Xia's Elite 4, the youngest leader in history. Master of the Triple S Rank 9 Heaven Silver Dragon. This was Zayn, back at the Academy Plaza. "All right, wrap it up. How long do you plan on keeping everyone bowing?" Face totally blank, I withdrew my hand. The monstrous projection vanished, leaving only my human form. Swallowing his hurricane of shock, Rex stepped forward. His eyes burned with intense scrutiny. I must know, what kind of beast did you awaken? I have memorized Great Xia's entire archives, yet I have never seen a bloodline aura like yours. I looked at him coldly. The Taotie. Rex's eyes practically caught fire at that name. The Taotie? Could you elaborate on this entity's powers? It does not exist in any historical text. The research implications are revolutionary. My eyes narrowed into dangerous slits. I stayed completely silent. Even an idiot knew the golden rule. Exposing your beast's details meant broadcasting your absolute strengths and your fatal weaknesses to the whole world. Suddenly, a thunderous voice shattered the heavens, sending agonizing tremors through everyone's eardrums. If you are so desperately eager to expose someone's deep secrets, how about you summon your little azure dragon first, and read us its full manual? Before the echoes fade, a silhouette plummets from the heavens, crashing down right before me. Recognizing him, the plaza bursts into absolute chaos. It is Zayn, vice captain of the legendary Red Holy Order. Heavens, an absolute titan has descended upon us. Traveling from MOU, Zayn is barely 30 years old. Yet, his overwhelming aura rivals any war king across Daxia. Bearing the immense authority of a vice captain, no soul dares disrespect him. Immediately, Rex's expression turns pitch black. Rex spits his words out with icy venom. Zayn, rumor said the Holy Order dispatched you to the borderlands. Appearing in Shanghai province is pure desertion. Do you not fear Captain Ning's wrath? It took Rex 30 agonizing years to achieve his rank. Yet this monstrous prodigy matched every single one of those milestones in a mere 10 years. Rex absolutely despises this young prodigy, and trust me, the hostility goes both ways. To Zayn, Rex is merely an arrogant leech who married into the Qin family for power. Their rivalry is absolutely legendary. War King Rex should save his fake worries. I crushed that Holy Order mission ages ago. Zayn barks a razor-sharp laugh, his voice practically oozing with arrogant mockery. The target was a golden jade third-tier monster. One strike, absolute annihilation. Oh, wait, was not War King Rex also at the golden jade third tier last year? My deepest apologies. I am certainly not insulting our esteemed War King. Please do not feel targeted. Rex's face instantly freezes with murderous intent. No apologies needed. That golden jade third tier rank was an entire year ago. Ah, I understand now. Zayn fakes a dramatically slow realization. So, let us correct the record. The pathetic beast I obliterated with one strike was just slightly weaker than you, War King Rex. Rex's visage twists into a mask of pure, seething fury. Your Holy Order clearly keeps your schedule packed. Why exactly did you drag yourself all the way out here? No special reason. Zayn shrugs, flashing a carefree, infuriating grin. Merely one supreme prodigy sensing the awakening of another. That is the only reason. I deeply adore collecting talented friends, and absolutely loathe useless trash pretending to be mighty dragons. Rex's aura explodes with unprecedented rage. Without warning, Zayn vanishes in a blinding flash, materializing right beside me. Kid, your dominant aura is exactly my style. Let us be comrades. I am Zayn, exactly 10 years your senior. If it pleases you, simply call me Zayn. Rubbing the back of my neck awkwardly, I reply, "It is an honor, Zayn. I am terrible at socializing. Forgive my rough manners. Why on earth are you apologizing?" Slapping my shoulder with explosive enthusiasm, Zayn beams. "You should join the Red Holy Order. I desperately need a comrade who understands me. Spend a few years cultivating your immense potential, and we can clash in glorious combat every single day. Currently, my peers are too weak, while the captain is an absolute monster. I hate losing, but I see limitless potential within you. In 10 short years, you will utterly obliterate that pathetic, married-in fraud over there." Shaking with cataclysmic rage, Rex finally snaps. "Zayn, I outrank you. The military hierarchy demands absolute obedience. I am a supreme war king of Daxia. Openly disrespecting me warrants immediate execution, and I possess the ultimate authority to enforce it." Completely unfazed by the threat, Zayn provocatively curls a single finger, daring the War King forward. "Bring it on, old man. I crave the thrill. In fact, I officially challenge you for your glorious title right here. Do you have the courage to accept?" Rex's features twist into a grotesque mask, completely speechless. Pathetic coward. Zayn barks a mocking laugh. I absolutely adore that terrified expression. "You hate my guts, yet you cannot defeat me. Vice Captain Zayn, what gives you the right to publicly trample my father's honor? Unable to endure the shame, Ren storms forward, trembling with suppressed fury. My father tolerated you because of your youth. Do not cross the line. The Titans are speaking. Who allowed a weakling to interrupt? Silence. Zayn shoots a single deadly glare at Ren. Instantly, the boy freezes, paralyzed as if plunged into an abyssal glacier. Every single muscle petrifies, breathing choked by spiritual pressure. Oh, terrified already? How utterly pathetic. You and your cowardly father had zero hesitation bullying Mo just seconds ago. Zayn's piercing gaze sweeps the terrified crowd, tone dropping cold. I witnessed this entire shameful spectacle from the very beginning. Every last one of you makes me sick to my stomach. Since when did Daxia's supposed elites devolve into blind, spineless hyenas? Trash, like you are the reason our great nation rots from within. As for Mo, my faith in his potential is absolute. When his heroic parents entered the Red Holy Order, I was their personal examiner. His father, Lance, possessed an unbreakable spirit and a profoundly heroic soul. Such legendary bloodlines never fade. His son is destined for greatness. You blind fools rejected him, but the Red Holy Order claims him. Let the heavens bear witness. From this second onward, Mo is my blood-sworn brother. Whoever dares threaten his life must first survive the devastating wrath of my silver dragon spear. Zayn arcs his arm back in a majestic sweep. With an explosive surge, his silver weapon rockets into the sky like liquid lightning. It crashes back down with devastating force, violently embedding itself deep into the plaza's very core. The blade shudders, unleashing continuous, echoing dragon roars. Rex's gaze turns ice cold. He has never faced such absolute public humiliation, yet the bitter reality remains undeniable. If an actual clash with Zayn erupted, he would be completely and utterly annihilated. Suddenly, multiple imposing silhouettes materialize high above the skies of the Shanghai region. Total paralysis grips the observing crowd. The supreme presidents of Daxia's most elite monster academies have descended. All of them. Even when Rex awakened his legendary SS rank Azure Dragon, it never triggered a monumental gathering like this. The academy erupts into pure chaos. Heavens above, what kind of unimaginable anomaly did our class just birth? Mo, I command Modu Monster Academy. Join our ranks and simply name your ultimate price. Pure beast essence, divine elixirs, supreme weapons, mythical cores. Whatever you desire, consider it yours. Back off. You speak as if Elven Monster Academy lacks those pathetic trinkets. Elven's headmaster eagerly pushes forward. Mo, choose Elven, and I will personally guarantee your glorious future. You will receive a custom weapon forged from a diamond rank beast shell, plus its complete undisputed blood essence. You shameless old fool, driving up the stakes. Shanghai's president aggressively refuses to lose ground. Choose Gengai Academy, and we will hand over an entire diamond rank beast carcass, alongside unlimited supporting resources. Furthermore, we will supply you with our ultimate life force sustaining energy serum. Claim your destiny at Imperial Capital Academy. Their distinguished president finally speaks with chilling calm. We might not throw around flashy, superficial treasures like these desperate fools, but we recently secured a complete red jade rank beast and forged an exclusive artifact. It contains a legendary talent skill custom made for you. If you want this supreme power, it is yours, no strings attached. In mere seconds, Daxia's 4 supreme headmasters are fiercely brawling over me, screaming openly like absolute madmen. The surrounding students freeze in breathless shock. Red jade beasts? Even diamond rank monsters. To them, these are mythical treasures, forever untouchable. Now, every single eye in the plaza burns with bloodshot envy. Vera's expression violently contorts with sickening jealousy. Her entire frame trembles uncontrollably. Forcing a desperately sweet smile, she creeps toward Modu's president. Clearing her throat, she squeaks. Excuse me, you lead Modu Academy, right? I am Vera. I just awakened an S-rank green feather spirit deer. Senior Rex already promised me a prestigious spot in the Tanu Holy Order. I am incredible too, right? The president merely grunts with cold indifference, completely ignoring her existence as he fiercely resumes fighting over me. Vera physically shatters, turning to absolute stone. Suddenly, Zayn unleashes a booming roar that instantly crushes the plaza's chaos. Enough. All 4 of you fossils, shut your mouths. Mo is not joining your pathetic schools. Do you actually believe your 4 academies are the absolute pinnacle of Daxia? As those words crash down, the crowd's expressions warp in terror. Someone whispers, their voice violently shaking. Are you sending him to the Nightmare Academy? Purgatory University? Exactly, Zayn declares without a single ounce of hesitation. Only that hellscape can forge his true power. Daxia boasts countless academies, with your 4 reigning supreme, but existing far above you all is one terrifyingly absolute institution. A place ordinary trash never even dare dream of. The legendary Daxia University, forged in blood by the 4 great holy orders and the supreme military command. Every single year, they accept exactly 100 elite monsters for a 3-year crucible. 300 total students. Yet, they employ 225 terrifying instructors. The 9 heavenly kings, 36 war kings, and 72 garrison generals, plus 108 elite combat commanders. And the one horrifying truth that drains the blood from every face, a staggering 70% death rate. Zayn locks eyes with me, his aura heavy. Mo, will you brave Daxia University? I will not lie to you. Even harboring a triple S ranked talent, you must survive their brutal entrance assessment. They offer 0 resources. They grant 0 special privileges. But I swear this to you now. If you manage to crawl to graduation, you will stand as an absolute god within the military command. And if you conquer first place in the trials, you shall become the future commander of the Red Holy Order. When that glorious day arrives, no one, absolutely no one will ever crush you with their pathetic bloodline again. Never again will anyone chain your destiny. A single warrior can forge his own legendary clan. One man can rise as a century-spanning dynasty. One sovereign existence standing absolute against all 72 provinces and 36 domains of Daxia. My blood boiling, I raise my hand. Vice Captain, one question. At Daxia University, can I slaughter monsters? Zayn freezes, then erupts into roaring laughter. Absolutely. Do you know why our mortality rate touches the sky? We force every student into the abyss of the ruins. You must hunt nightmares to forge true combat mastery. A thirst for slaughter, huh? Perfect. I smirk inwardly. This aligns flawlessly with my supreme objective. The Taot's second trial demands absolute carnage. I must devour 10,000 bronze-rank monster corpses within those academy walls. Unlimited prey awaits my growing power. I knew my instincts about you were dead on, Zayn chuckles. You were forged for the battlefield. Zayn's unbridled laughter echoes like rolling thunder. A feral smirk spreads across my face. I am claiming Daxia University. Deep down, I know the brutal truth. The primordial horrors sealed within the TEN FIENDS Divine Temple are catastrophic threats. Every single one is a walking disaster. My destiny is carved through blood and infinite warfare. Hearing my resolve, supreme satisfaction washes over Zayn's face. He instantly tosses me a heavy, engraved token. In exactly 1 month, the Academy's hellish entrance exams begin. Bring this token. Also, take the pure blood essence of a terrifying gold-rank blood ghost wolf. A welcome treasure from your new senior brother. I slaughtered that beast beyond the Great Barrier today. After extraction, I will command an artisan to forge its supreme spinal bone into your personal lethal weapon. What is your weapon of choice? The Taot's divine skill suddenly blazes through my consciousness like lightning. The heaven-devouring divine spear. Without hesitation, I declare, spears. Zayn freezes, then violently claps my shoulder, roaring with laughter. Impeccable taste, kid. Fate smiles upon us, for I know a legendary spear destined for your hands. It will arrive before your trials. Moving forward, unleash your absolute power without a shred of hesitation. Under my protection, no arrogant noble will crush you. His piercing, lethal gaze cuts directly toward a trembling Rex. Rex looks utterly humiliated, his face twisting like a violent storm, yet absolute terror keeps his mouth firmly shut. He violently throws a token at Vera, hissing, "This is your official entry pass for the Tanu Holy Order." Without another breath, he turns and vanishes with Ren, abandoning her. Vera stares blankly at the cold metal. Any expected triumph has evaporated, completely swallowed by a suffocating, bottomless abyss of absolute regret. Zayn prepares for his exit. He sweeps an intimidating, king-like gaze across the silent plaza, dropping an icy ultimatum. I ignore youthful squabbles, but if any veteran uses their authority to crush these rookies, to prepare for my wrath. Exploding into a blinding streak of silver aura, he instantly vanishes into the heavens. Witnessing this overwhelming shift in fate, the university heads sigh heavily and disperse into the shadows. Principal Wade stands paralyzed, his soul crushed beyond tears. He foolishly threw away a once-in-10,000 years mythical genius. He forged an eternal enemy in me. Meanwhile, devastating sorrow violently drowns Vera like a merciless tsunami. Her strength shatters, collapsing pitifully. Suddenly, a young man approaches, offering a sickeningly fake hand to rescue her. "Are you injured?" he whispers, before whipping his head toward me, eyes blazing with toxic fury. Mo, you monster! I demand a death match. Do you have the spine to accept? Why wouldn't I? I mock, utterly unfazed. 1 million Daxia coins at stake. Otherwise, get lost. Deal! The arrogant fool barks without a single hesitation. You understand the blood oath, right? Step onto that arena, and your pathetic life belongs entirely to the gods. If my blade ends you, your blood is on your own hands. I let out a bone-chilling, mocking laugh. Then let these esteemed principals witness your execution. Witnesses, are you utterly suicidal, you arrogant brat? We see right through your cowardly trap. You awakened an S-rank class 3 days ago. Your combat power is already terrifying. Mo awakened literally today. This is a one-sided slaughter. You are absolutely shameless. The 4 principals unleash a torrent of furious reprimands upon the scheming boy. But Pen, shielded by his father's blood flame holy order prestige, merely smirks like a viper. Principals, he accepted willingly. If he throws his life away, why interfere? Pen is right, I declare. This is my chosen battlefield. Respect it. You filthy snake! A principal roars at Pen, aura flaring. I know exactly what twisted game you are playing, destroying whatever you cannot possess. You sicken me. And Wade, I am officially washing my hands of your foolishness. I refuse to associate with trash like them. He shifts his gaze toward us, his tone turning deadly cold. Let the battle begin. I will oversee this match. Instantly, an overwhelming golden aura erupts from Pen, shaking the arena. He fully awakens, taking the majestic form of his S-rank golden peng. Look, that is the Black Iron Tier 5 sigil. Just 3 days since awakening, yet he has already reached Tier 5. His family must have burned mountains of wealth on him. Amidst the chaotic whispers, a suffocating crimson aura erupts, dragging every terrified gaze right back to me. I manifest the towering, blood-soaked phantom of the ancient Taotie. Yet now, the entire audience remains completely paralyzed. A suffocating silence falls. The floating sigil above me burns clear. Black Iron, Tier 1. A massive 4-tier gap. To these onlookers, overcoming such a massive power difference is sheer suicide. Yet, I do not care in the slightest. A mere Tier 5 weakling. These fools cannot begin to fathom the devastating horror of an ancient beast. Pen becomes a blinding golden meteor, crashing toward me with crushing momentum. Instantly, I ignite my innate skill. Wrathful frenzy, my power violently explodes to terrifying new heights. Before Pen can even process the danger, his fate is sealed. The Taotie's colossal shadow claw brutally pins the golden peng down. Jaws unhinged, I trigger my ultimate ability, Infinite Plunder. Pen screams in agony as his signature skill, Flashblade, is violently torn from his very soul. Halt, you insolent brat! Who dares touch my bloodline? A heaven-shaking roar of absolute fury shatters the arena. Pen's father descends. Dao, an elite of the Blood Flame Holy Order. His eyes lock onto me, burning with lethal malice. Veins bulging with wrath, he snarls. You slaughtered my heir? You die today. Deathmatch rules mean absolutely nothing to me. I stare back, my gaze freezing over. Who do you think you are? Defeat equals death. That is the absolute law. Without hesitation, I plunge a ruthless claw deep into the golden peng's shattered chest, brutally ripping out its glowing beast core, and crush it into useless dust. The paralyzed audience watches in absolute horror, completely stripped of their ability to speak. Suddenly, a towering stone titan plummets from the heavens, smashing into the battleground and violently fracturing the very earth beneath us. This is Dao's awakened form, the Stone Colossus. A mountain-sized palm eclipses the sun, descending upon me with crushing force. You stole my son's life, now I will obliterate yours. Descend to hell with him. Terrified students flee the catastrophic impact zone. The Academy's 4 gold-tier principals rush forward, yet their combined might cannot halt a Blue Jade military commander. Dao, stop. Do not let blinding wrath destroy you. Mo is Daxia's once-in-a-millennium genius. Can you truly bear the catastrophic consequences of assassinating a national treasure? So what if he is a genius while my son was not? Why should my bloodline perish while he breathes? Tao is entirely consumed by madness. Absolutely unhinged, Pen willingly issued the life-or-death challenge himself. His weakness was his own undoing. You cannot pin this on Mo. I do not care. My heir fell, so he must perish. Move, Quinn, or I will slaughter you alongside him. Instantly, a chilling new voice slices through the chaos. Calm, yet radiating an absolutely terrifying, heaven-suppressing authority. Stand down. I refuse. Tao barks back recklessly, utterly blinded by rage. Who do you think you are commanding me? Repeat that if you truly wish to die. Yet, as Dao finally recognizes the man, his entire body violently freezes in sheer terror. Trembling uncontrollably, he stammers, "Captain, what brings you here? Cancel your beast transformation immediately." "Never. This bastard murdered my boy. He dies today. I will claim my vengeance. Have you completely lost your sanity?" Captain Blaze of the Holy Order glares, his tone utterly freezing. "Your son perished because he was painfully weak in a mortal duel. Who else carries the blame? Furthermore, this boy is under the protection of Zayn, the Nine Heavens Silver Dragon. Zayn decreed it himself. He executes anyone bullying the weak without a shred of mercy. Are you trying to drag our entire holy order into the abyss? I refuse to swallow this humiliation, Captain. You have zero choice." Blaze's voice drops to 0 degrees. "Blame your son's pathetic weakness." Listen closely. The broadcast is still live. Zayn himself could be watching this exact moment unfold. If that living legend descends, even I cannot save your miserable life. Dao's bloodshot eyes pierce me, practically bleeding with murderous resentment. Yet, his heaven-eclipsing stone palm hangs frozen in the air, utterly powerless to crush me despite his burning desperation. Am I truly meant to just swallow this blood debt, Captain? If you cannot endure it, then perish. Instantly, a catastrophic silver spearlight pierces the very heavens. Blaze's expression violently contorts in absolute dread. It is Zayn, the silver dragon. The legend has arrived. No, this is merely his killing intent. So this is the overwhelming might of the Nine Heavens. Vice Captain Zayn, I beg you, spare Dao's life for my sake. Before Blaze can finish his plea, the divine spear pierces straight through Dao's skull. Struck by divine judgment, the colossal stone titan violently shatters, exploding into 1,000,000 pieces in a single breath. "You dare demand my respect?" A bone-chilling voice instantly freezes the air. "Harm a single prodigy of Daxia, and you will face execution as a traitor." Does the Bloodflame Order dare object? Or are you implying Tao's treasonous actions were executed under your direct command? Captain Blaze's face instantly drains of all color. He frantically waves his hands in panic. The Holy Order had absolutely nothing to do with this. Not a single thing. Dao acted completely on his own. Vice Captain Zayn's strike was perfectly justified. The entire hall explodes in absolute shock. Such is Zayn's overwhelming presence. This absolute power is exactly why I dared challenge a Daxia War King. History has never lacked brilliant geniuses. Yet, nearly all of them perish before reaching their true potential. Without supreme backing or elite status, quote, "Your exceptional talent means absolutely nothing. Shadows will always conspire to break me." But with Zayn acting as my unbreakable shield, the cowards finally back down. Their petty connections can no longer crush me. Dao's pathetic fate serves as the perfect, bloody warning. Shattering the heavy silence, Blaze suddenly bows deeply toward me, his voice dripping with desperate flattery. The complete blame for this disastrous incident falls on me, for failing to control my hunting dogs. Please, young master, accept this gold-tier meteor firewolf core as my personal apology. The onlookers gasp loudly, utterly paralyzed by the ridiculous sight. Not a single soul expected the mighty Bloodflame Captain to publicly bow and grovel before a mere rookie. Meanwhile, deep within the Imperial Capital's Red Order headquarters, Zayn, you slaughtered a military command officer in broad daylight, without even a single word of warning. You have placed me in a terrible spot. Tell me, which Council of Ancient Fossils is complaining behind my back now? Zayn does not even bother looking up. He calmly polishes his silver dragon spear, with an infuriatingly slow, casual precision. Qin Hao, the third son of the Qin clan, filed a formal military grievance against you. He is defending his brother-in-law, Rex. That fool always sticks his nose where it does not belong. Zayn chuckles, his tone dripping with pure, unadulterated contempt. Once I conquer these competitive rankings, I will pay him a very personal visit. You absolute menace. I pray it stays merely a conversation. Silver Serpent's eye twitches violently. He stares at the deadly spear, noticing a faint engraving etched deeply into the metal. The weapon of truth. Relax. I prefer to educate my enemies with pure virtue. Battle all you want, just keep them out of critical care. The Imperial Capital Hospital's trauma ward is already overflowing with your victims. Suddenly, a dark thought crosses Zayn's mind. Is the annual new moon beast tide fast approaching? Yes, it is. Silver Serpent's face darkens instantly. The abominations lurking beyond the ancient ruins are evolving into something far more brutal every single day. The commander predicts the 14th numbered Beast King is about to awaken. What? Zayn's relaxed demeanor shatters completely. Across the history of Blue Star's 100 nations, slaying a numbered beast has always demanded the combined might of global apex hunters. No single country has ever survived one alone. 30 years ago, when the 13th numbered beast descended upon us, our previous Red Order captain was slaughtered, and over half of the 9 great heavenly kings were wiped from existence. If legends fell like flies, the frontline grunts never stood a ghost of a chance. The ruin monsters possess terrifying, undeniable strength. That is an absolute, unavoidable fact. However, in this golden era of human evolution, they cannot shatter a mighty empire like Daxia. The only true apocalyptic threat is a numbered beast king. A catastrophe capable of erasing an entire country from the map. Silver Serpent shakes his head grimly and declares, "Once the new moon tide violently erupts, all 4 great orders must mobilize their full forces and charge headfirst into the ruins. We will both be dragged to the brutal front lines. And that rookie you are desperately shielding, he is going to face pure hell. He will survive." Zayn snaps out of his thoughts, flashing a confident grin. "I have time, and I bet my life on his boundless potential." "You bet your life on him? I have never seen you protect anyone like this." Silver Serpent looks completely, utterly baffled. "What is your true motive? Do not claim it is merely because he awakened a triple S rank talent. The Jaka clan's eldest princess from the imperial capital is also a triple S. She practically begged on her knees for your guidance, yet you rejected her without a second thought. That is a terrifying secret I will take to my grave." Zayn quietly stares down at his own trembling palm. He remembers the exact moment he watched my awakening through the monitor. When the ancient Taotie manifested, his hands shook uncontrollably. In that fleeting second, he witnessed the phantom of a primordial, blood-soaked entity, a colossal god standing tall among the cosmos, devouring the sun, moon, and very stars. These so-called numbered beast kings, these hyped-up triple S monsters, before that cosmic horror, they are nothing but bottom-tier snacks. Zayn understands this terrifying truth better than anyone alive. My true power eclipses the triple S rank entirely. Meanwhile, I casually pocket Blaze's beast jade and proudly stride out of the grand ceremony hall. The Shanghai Monster Academy's awakening ceremony finally wraps up, but scanning the crowd, some people look absolutely sick to their stomachs. Like Principal Wade, the exact guy who kicked me out over a single collapsed building. Then there is Vera, my ex, standing with her parents. Trust me, the karma for their betrayal is going to be devastating. Lounging in my cramped rental, I smirk. With a legendary triple S rank awakening under my belt, cash is no longer an issue. I hit up the guy who bought my old house, but guess what? It got flipped. A few deep dives later, I finally snagged the new owner's digits. Her name? Celeste Shia. A confident smirk immediately tugs at my lips. You have got to have a massive ego to rock a name like that. Chuckling, I punch in the number. Hello? Is this Miss Shia? I am Mo. I am calling to negotiate about your property in the Ginyan residential complex. Could we meet face to face? Suddenly, an icy, elegant voice cuts through the receiver. I already moved in, and it is absolutely not for sale. Click. She actually hung up. But before I can process the rejection, my phone instantly buzzes again. What was your name again? Mo. Be at the Sea Island Cafe in 30 minutes. Do not keep me waiting. 30 minutes later, an absolutely breathtaking girl drops into the booth across from me. She slaps a massive stack of paperwork right onto the table. Listen closely. The place is mine, and it stays off the market. However, if you behave, I am willing to rent out a single room. Here is the roommate contract. I blink in sheer disbelief. Talk about being aggressively direct. Cohabitation on day 1? No thanks, I reply flatly. Celeste simply arches a flawless eyebrow. What? Cannot afford the rent. How about $1,000 a month? Deal? I am completely stunned. My old place is over 140 square meters. Normal rent easily tops $4,000 a month. There is absolutely zero chance this Ice Queen is making this offer without some hidden agenda. But wait, if this gorgeous girl is not scared of living together, why should I sweat it? Smirking, I grab the pen and sign the contract. As the ink dries, a cunning little smile plays on Celeste's lips. Now, I get to study you up close, she plots silently. We both possess God-tier triple S talents. So, what exactly makes you so incredibly special to Senior Zayn? I am going to uncover every single one of your hidden secrets. Later that night, she drags me to dinner, clearly planning an interrogation. I tag along without a care in the world. But the second we step inside the venue, the entire room freezes, eyes completely glued to Celeste. Holy magic! Is that the supreme heiress of the imperial capital's Shia clan? She is ridiculously gorgeous. The rumors are totally true. Wait, Isn't she that legendary triple S rank awakener? A literal once-in-a-century genius? I raise a skeptical eyebrow, throwing a cool side glance at my new landlord. Imperial capital heiress, huh? Celeste just gives a smug little nod. Wait, handsome boy? You seriously had no idea who she was? A bubbly, energetic voice suddenly crashes our party. Enter Suzu Ning, Celeste's incredibly hyperactive bestie. She scans me head to toe, eyes sparkling with pure chaotic curiosity. Spill the tea. What is going on between you two? She is just my landlord. I am just her tenant, I reply smoothly. Suzu gasps dramatically, eyes wide. What? The Ice Queen is cohabiting with a dude? Give me details. Celeste just rolls her eyes, completely ignoring the wild accusations. Once we settle into a VIP room, I cross my arms and drop the act. Why would the mighty heiress of the Imperial capital stoop so low just to roommate with a broke guy like me? What is your endgame here? Simple. Celeste fires back without skipping a beat. I once begged Senior Zayn to take me as his disciple, and he rejected me instantly. Yet, that same legend traveled across the country just for you. He even executed a high-ranking military officer. Not even he can break martial law like that without consequences. And now, Qin Hao, the ruthless third son of the Qin bloodline, has formally pressed charges against him at military headquarters. Senior Zayn is walking on incredibly thin ice right now. So spill it! What earth-shattering power do you possess that makes Senior Zayn risk absolutely everything for you? Because I am a legendary triple S awakener too, and I refuse to lose to anyone. Suddenly, it all clicks. I burst out laughing. Wait, Miss Xia, are you actually jealous? Jealous? Me? Do not flatter yourself. Celeste absolutely snaps back, her aura flaring up defensively. Look, Senior Zayn has his own master plans. Why interrogate me? I am completely clueless. If you are so desperate, go interrogate the man himself. I flash a cocky grin. Let our fists do the talking. Suzu literally jumps up. Oh my magic, yes. A showdown. A good brawl will totally expose all your secrets. I volunteer as referee. Celeste crosses her arms, her competitive spirit burning, and slowly nods. Suzu is right. A duel settles everything, but sparring is extremely risky. When my blood boils, I have no idea how to hold back my power. Plus, the grueling Daxia University entrance exams are right around the corner. Sustaining injuries now would be a catastrophic setback. Here is the game plan. We step beyond the safe zones. Shanghai Military Command has a lethal target listed at number 45. First one to crush it wins. Deal? If I take the crown, you spill the truth. Why did Senior Zayn pick you? That instantly sparks my curiosity. But if victory is mine? Impossible. You cannot beat me. Where is the thrill in that? Hold on. Celeste bites her lower lip, stealing her resolve. If you somehow emerge victorious, I will become your loyal servant forever. You point east. I march east without hesitation. Do we have a deal? Following a massive feast, our squad charges straight toward the Shanghai Military Command base. Commander Quinn shakes his head frantically, practically vibrating with panic. Absolutely out of the question. No chance in hell. You two are the absolute future of Dax. Tomorrow's ultimate protectors. But today you stay put. Uncle Quinn, I know you are just protecting us, but your worries are completely unfounded, Celeste states with absolute cool. We are only hunting a mere bronze tier beast. While others might tremble, to me, it is absolute trash. Her voice drops as glacial frost explodes from her core. A breathtaking phantom of an ice phoenix awakens right behind her back. Black Iron Tier 10, Miss Xia, your grand awakening was less than 30 days ago. Commander Quinn's jaw literally hits the floor. The Black Iron realm is nothing to me. That is our flawless Celeste. Suzu screams in awe. Uncle Quinn, I want to fight beyond the barrier too. Are you insane? Commander Quinn rubs his temples. Miss Xia possesses undeniable monstrous power. But your rank? Just a pathetic Black Iron half-tier. The commander looks ready to pull his hair out. You have not even forged a basic rank badge yet. Then, his intense glare shifts to me. And what about you, Hotshot? What is your current cultivation? I saw you crush Pen at Black Iron Tier 5 during the awakening. But if Tier 5 is your absolute ceiling, you are staying behind these walls. I hesitate for a split second. Black Iron Tier 3. Rejected, absolutely not. Beside me, Celeste barely chokes back a mocking laugh. She teases playfully. Why not swallow your pride and surrender? Save the poor commander from stressing over my safety. I deliberate for a heartbeat, then face the squad. Do not move an inch. Give me 1 minute. I spin on my heel and march out, quietly slipping into the adjacent washroom. I extract 3 glowing crimson vials and 3 pulsing beast cores. This is the bronze tier 3 essence I looted from Pen. Without hesitating, I ignite my ultimate innate talent, Infinite Devour. In any ordinary situation, tempering a mortal body with raw monster blood requires heavy dilution and agonizingly slow absorption through medicinal baths. And even with all that prep, massive waves of precious energy simply vanish. An average human is lucky to absorb a mere 50% of a single pathetic drop. Beast cores share that same miserable restriction. But for a monster like me possessing Infinite Devour, mortal limits are nothing but illusions. The instant the skill ignites, Taotie opens its blood-crimson eyes deep inside my soul realm. A cataclysmic vortex of pure suction erupts. In less than a heartbeat, all 3 crimson vials are devoured into total nothingness. Next, I throw my head back and swallow the 3 beast cores whole. The tiny restroom is instantly engulfed in a suffocating blood-red aura. The sensation is absolute madness. My raw strength skyrockets at a visually terrifying pace. Black Iron Tier 6 unlocked. Perfect. Those drops alone blasted me up 3 entire sub-tiers. If I trigger Battle Frenzy right now, my destructive force easily rivals a Black Iron 10. But that is insufficient. I demand a completely overwhelming, soul-crushing triumph. So I reach deep into my inventory and extract one final prize. A gleaming golden vial, the pure blood essence of a gold-tier blood ghost wolf. A terrifying gift from Zayn. Under any sane circumstances, a mere Black Iron cultivator attempting this would face a 99.9% chance of instant, explosive death. But armed with Taotie's Infinite Devour, fear does not exist in my dictionary. The moment I shatter that golden glass, a devastatingly thick and savage aura of primal slaughter swallows the entire military base whole. A terrifying vision materializes before my very eyes. The colossal phantom of the blood ghost wolf towers over me. Its eyes burn with a demonic hunger, ready to violently rip my flesh to bloody ribbons. Meanwhile, back in the office, Commander Quinn launches out of his chair, face pale with sheer terror. Such a monstrous killing intent. Did a beast breach our defenses? A frantic soldier kicks the door open, gasping for air. Commander, our radars are screaming. We have detected a terrifying gold-tier monster. Hold the line! Where is the epicenter of this demonic aura? Sir, it is originating from the washroom. What? The washroom? Alarm bells ring inside the commander's head. Celeste and Suzu sprint frantically right behind him. The trio blurs down the hallway at breakneck speed. The heart of that apocalyptic energy is right there, locked inside that dead-end washroom. Commander Quinn's mind is practically short-circuiting. In this chaotic age, beasts take countless bizarre forms. But infiltrating a high-security military toilet? This reaches a completely new realm of insanity. The second they approach that door, a blistering shockwave of pure fire erupts outward, followed by a deafening wolf's roar that fractures the very air. No mistaking that apocalyptic pressure. A true gold-tier disaster has arrived. Get back, Commander Quinn bellows, his body morphing instantly. A ferocious wolf's skull completely devours his human silhouette. In seconds, he erupts into a colossal lycanthrope. His massive blade pulses with a searing flame, exuding pure dominance. Behold his awakened form, the A-rank blade-enduring silver wolf, currently sitting at the legendary gold tier 6. Quinn blasts through the door without a second thought, but the moment his eyes catch the scene inside, and he paralyzes in utter disbelief. A blood ghost wolf. This creature's innate demonic talent is absolutely just as devastating as his own blade-enduring silver wolf. Both are truly top-tier legendary beasts. Gripping his blazing hilt, Quinn prepares a devastating strike. Suddenly, a calm voice echoes. Commander Quinn, hold your ground. Only then does he realize I am standing right there, locked in an intense death stare with the phantom beast. It dares to target me? A pathetic, lifeless creature that still believes it can actually challenge my absolute power. Hearing my command, Quinn finally notices the hovering monster completely lacks a physical vessel. Did you actually consume the gold-tier blood essence that Vice Captain Zayn handed over? I nod calmly. I am devouring it right now. Have you completely lost your mind? Quinn screams in terror. With your current rank, one single drop of gold-tier essence would violently obliterate your internal organs, yet you are swallowing the entire core. Right on cue, Celeste and Suzu burst into the room. One glance at the chaotic scene leaves them absolutely petrified with overwhelming shock. Just observe. I glare up at the spectral beast floating above us and sneer, my tone dripping with absolute aristocratic arrogance. You desire my death? Show me your futile resistance. keep struggling, and I shall consume every last miserable atom of your soul." Provoked into blazing fury, the phantom wolf dives straight down, lunging violently toward my throat. A wicked smirk crosses my face as my eyes ignite into blood-red stars. Suddenly, a colossal crimson leviathan phantom manifests, snapping its jaws to swallow me whole. An abyssal, pulsing crimson aura consumes my entire existence, while devastating shockwaves of pure energy blast outward like a thunderous heartbeat, surging relentlessly. As the crimson storm settles, I materialize. Behind me towers the majestic phantom of Taotie, exuding godlike supremacy. Celeste's eyes widen in sheer terror. She watched my awakening through a screen, but experiencing this overwhelming pressure in person is 1,000 times more soul-crushing. That monstrous aura. Even with her triple S-rank Ice Phoenix awakened, it freezes her very soul. A primal, inescapable terror grips her. I step forward, smashing my fist directly into the spectral skull. Taotie's horrifying, devouring force engulfs the beast like a catastrophic hurricane. Quinn and the girls watch, utterly paralyzed by the sheer devastation. How is this reality? He is actually swallowing the monster's entire reservoir of blood essence in a single, terrifying gulp. Is this the legendary might of Taotie? Instantly, the ghost wolf shrieks in agonizing despair. Its entire form forcibly shatters into a raging river of crimson energy, blasting straight into my core. My spiritual pressure skyrockets exponentially, expanding at a terrifyingly visible speed. Black Iron Tier 10, Flawless Breakthrough. As the crimson haze vanishes, I retract my aura. Staring coldly at the completely petrified commander, I ask, "Commander Quinn, have I earned the right to cross the barrier?" Quinn remains absolutely speechless, his mind entirely shattered. Meanwhile, Celeste's intense gaze dances across my figure, analyzing everything. It appears the icy genius finally comprehends why Vice Captain Zayn treats me like absolute royalty. Snapping out of his trance, Quinn answers with heavy solemnity, "Very well, you have my full clearance. You and Celeste may breach the barrier today. However, you represent Daxia's brightest future. I shall become your shadow guardian to guarantee your ultimate survival. Do we have a deal?" "Absolutely." Our squad marches directly toward the elite teleportation matrix of the High Military Command. A blinding azure flash engulfs us, erasing our presence instantly. The spatial matrix deposits our squad right at the bleeding edge of Daxia's frontline military garrison. Stepping out of the portal, a truly suffocating wave of pure, metallic bloodlust violently crashes into our senses. Suzu's pupils tremble, her complexion draining instantly. This is the absolute vanguard. Only a single, fragile fortress wall separates humanity from the apocalyptic ruins. She visited this hellscape once alongside her noble clan elders. Back then, a catastrophic new moon beast tide had just savagely awakened. Her honorable father descended personally to annihilate the rampaging hordes. The ensuing massacre was a nightmare beyond human comprehension. Daxia's brave warriors violently clashed with nightmare creatures until the heavens bled black and the soil drowned in crimson. That apocalyptic trauma permanently scarred Suzu's soul. Suddenly, a massive earthquake shatters the silence. Just paces away, over 10 gigantic monstrosities, towering more than 10 meters high, march ominously in perfect formation. Some wield colossal greatswords, others brandish heavy barricades. Their armored flesh heavily scarred and rust-stained, yet their beastly eyes burn with unbreakable iron resolve. Every combat nerve permanently stretched to the absolute limit. Celeste's beautiful face hardens instantly. Those are C-rank insectoid leviathans. They possess gigantic structures and explosive physical might, though their evolutionary potential is practically zero. Countless Daxia Awakeners share this specific lineage. Stationed at this vanguard, they maintain their monstrous forms endlessly, executing restless patrols through both day and night. Years on this bloody frontline blur the line between human and savage beast. An open secret, Daxia overflows with incredibly powerful Awakeners. Yet these warriors face the gruesome new moon beast tide every cycle. Their sole destiny? Shield the city until death. A suffocating weight crushes my chest. I grew up sheltered behind the barrier, utterly blind to this brutal world. Breathing the ash of the frontline garrison, my pathetic innocence shatters completely. This is a living hell. The suffocating stench of slaughter chokes the very air. Colossal tamed beasts prowl the perimeter like towering mountains. Beyond the shield, endless monstrous roars echo like a death knell. We move out, advancing toward the teleportation gate. Step through, and the desolate ruins await. Prepare to witness true despair. Commander Quinn shoves a crumpled map toward Celeste. Your target, the flowing water demon frog, lurks within a murky lake 3 kilometers past the vanguard zone. Listen closely. I will only step in if death is literally breathing down your necks. Celeste gives a grim nod. Blinding light consumes us as we warp. Elsewhere, deep in the forgotten ruins, 3 shadowy figures hold their breath behind ancient trees. These are ruthless hunters from the Mercenary Guild. Blood coins dictate their lives. Toss enough gold, and they would gladly hunt the devil himself. Their deadly snare is set, eyes locked onto the glassy water. Boss, you certain that demon frog will bite? Without a doubt, Lily, the scarred leader murmurs. That frog absolutely craves the flesh of a black iron tier 3 silver scale fish. Succulent meat and intoxicating aura, it cannot resist this fatal temptation. Dragged onto dry land, its power plummets. Then, that rank 45 bounty belongs solely to us. Suddenly, a monstrous crimson shadow shatters the lake's surface. The flowing water demon frog has arrived, a terrifying beast with heaven-defying agility and absolute mastery over hydro elements. Lily frantically hisses. Stay completely hidden. That mutated amphibian possesses razor-sharp perception. One wrong breath, and we are dead. They freeze like statues, hearts pounding. But they severely underestimated a monster's deadly intuition. Jaws unhinge with an ear-splitting shriek. Hydro energy violently compresses into lethal water blades, blitzing straight toward their ambush point. Blood drains from their faces. Splash. A supersonic water lance obliterates a mercenary's skull, instantly reaping his soul. Terror strikes Lily. She blindly flees with her surviving teammate, but the demonic beast simply watches with terrifying amusement. They are merely helpless prey on a butcher's block. In a blur of motion, the colossal predator teleports directly above their heads. It is over. My life ends here. But in that breathless second, a majestic sapphire ice phoenix tears through the heavens. It unleashes a devastating blizzard of absolute zero frost spikes, raining icy destruction down upon the demonic frog. Lily and her comrades snatch this miraculous lifeline, scrambling desperately towards safety. The explosive clash between Celeste and the mutated beast echoes. Furious at losing its midday snack, raging aura erupts from the frog. Yet, sensing the pure elemental energy, it realizes this ice phoenix is a supreme delicacy. Demonic greed shines in its bulging eyes. Its tongue lashes out like a supersonic whip, accompanied by a toxic geyser. The split second those absolute zero spikes collide with the horrific poison, they instantly corrode into foul vapor. Celeste's confident smirk vanishes. A chilling realization strikes her heart. This mutated monstrosity is far beyond bronze tier. Just as doom descends, a titanic blood-red silhouette plummets from the sky. I ignite the Taotie's ultimate talent, Wrathful Frenzy. A crushing crimson domain instantly swallows the entire battlefield. I obliterate the roaring hydro cannon with one earth-shattering punch. Utter disbelief flashes across the demonic beast's monstrous eyes. Jaws snap wide. 4 raging vortexes of high-pressure water erupt, seeking to crush my body. I instantly trigger the plundered flashblade skill. My kinetic momentum violently breaks through its limits, surging a whole rank. Moving like lightning, my blood-red palms leave infinite after-images, brutally shattering every single hydroblade into harmless mist. Without dropping a heartbeat, I step forward and completely erase my presence from the physical realm. A majestic golden eagle phantom erupts from my back. Spreading absolute celestial wings, I dominate the very heavens, teleporting face-to-face with the paralyzed frog. Overwhelming predatory pressure violently crushes the demon frog. It completely freezes in mortal terror. Total paralysis. I condense my aura, throwing one apocalyptic punch that instantly explodes its life force. Ripping out its glowing beast core and jade, my crimson Taotie phantom dissipates. Celeste stares from afar, completely mesmerized and intensely conflicted. Raising the fallen monster core and luminous jade, I flash a confident smirk. Victory is mine. A promise is a promise, Celeste. I concede. Well done. She knew the harsh truth. Without my lightning-fast rescue, she would have suffered catastrophic injuries. Right on cue, Lily and her treacherous lackey slither out from the dense foliage. With the abyssal water frog slain, their hungry gazes lock onto the glittering loot in my grasp. Greed dances in their shadows. Faking overwhelming gratitude, they bow intensely. We owe you our very lives. We are forever in your debt. Do not mention it, I reply with icy calm. Just doing our part. Exchanging a sly glance with her partner, Lily beams. You fought brilliantly. Please, have some water, our heroes. Quench your thirst. As for that massive demon carcass, allow us to carry the burden for you. She offers 2 tiny glass vials brimming with crystal clear fluid. This rare essence comes straight from an aquatic pouch beast. It mirrors pristine spring water perfectly, possessing just one magical trait: absolute instant hydration. Pass. We do not need it, Celeste coldly rejects. What? Do our mighty saviors actually suspect poison? We would never betray you, Lily cries out, faking absolute heartbreak and deeply wounded pride. I swiftly snatch both bottles. Tossing one toward my frosty companion, I remark, accept their gracious offering. Show some manners. Snapping the lid off, I down the mysterious fluid in a single, massive gulp. A wicked smirk creeps onto Lily's face. Enjoying the taste, my heroic lords? Quite delicious, I grin back cheerfully. Exceptionally crisp, with a lovely aftertaste of lethal venom. Lily paralyzes in shock. You sensed the toxin and drank anyway? Exactly, I shrug casually. I caught that lethal taint instantly, but my throat was burning, so why complain? Dumbfounded, Lily glares at my icy companion. Did you guzzle the venom too? Celeste simply sighs softly. She casually spits out a flawless frost crystal, revealing the completely untampered, sealed glass bottle trapped frozen within. The backstabbers freeze in sheer terror. Throwing my arms open, I provoke them. Well, come strike me down. Lethal venom courses through me. I am completely defenseless. Instantly, explosive crimson aura engulfs my entire frame. A terrifying, bone-crushing domain of absolute power suffocates the clearing. Sensing certain doom, the rats scramble away. But Celeste gracefully waves her hand, conjuring a massive glacial barricade. Cornered like beasts, their desperate magical auras ignite. They mutate into grotesque hybrids instantly. The steel-skulled brute rams the frozen barrier, while the subterranean rodent frantically tunnels downward. Sadly for them, their pathetic speed cannot match my godly velocity. I teleport instantly, violently crushing the rodent's skull beneath my heavy boot. Next, I unleash a devastating shockwave palm strike. In one fluid motion, their beastly transformations shatter entirely, leaving them broken, human, and utterly powerless. General Quinn marches forward, glaring at the pathetic trash. His voice booms like thunder. Such boundless arrogance. You dared attack the Royal Shia heir? And a triple S rank anomaly? The most legendary talent in Shanghai's history? To attempt assassinating them with toxins. The entire Daxia Empire will grant you no sanctuary. Absolute despair drains their faces pale. Staring coldly, I give the order. Execute them, Commander. Before the echo fades, Quinn's merciless blade falls, extinguishing their worthless lives in a single flash. His booming voice rings across the desolate battlefield. This trial ends with an absolute, flawless triumph. Suzu dramatically gasps at her friend. Unreal. Does this mean you are his devoted servant now? A servant? Shut your mouth! Celeste snaps back, a faint rosy tint betraying her cold facade. It is literally the same deal. Suzu flashes a devilish smirk. The untouchable Frosty Empress, completely enchanted by a penniless rogue. What a legendary romance arc. Anyway, time to move out. Our wilderness mission is finally over. Lingering outside invites death, Quinn warns. Yet upon reaching the safety of the fortress, an electric tension fills the air. An arrogant trio struts through the gates, sparking endless rumors. Watch out, the capital's elite monsters have arrived. Why grace our humble outpost with their presence? Seeking bloody thrills beyond the safe zone? Rumor says they are preparing for the ultimate Daxia Academy trials. They came to bathe in authentic slaughter. Celeste's icy facade shatters into deep hostility instantly. Trouble? I ask softly. You know these guys? The infamous 3 Wang heirs from the royal sector. Lapdogs of the powerful Qin dynasty, backed by supreme military warlords. Those 3 have carved out a notorious reputation across the imperial capital. Celeste's voice drops heavily. Worse, they are fiercely loyal to Rex, basically his attack dogs. Her eyes lock onto mine with urgent intensity. You need to vanish, right now. The Wang brothers awakened long before we did, backed by their family's infinite wealth. They outlevel me completely. All 3 have surpassed Bronze Tier 3. But before she finishes, the Wang brothers spot us, swaggering over with sickening arrogance. Suddenly, the 10 Fiends Divine Temple chimes. The ancient beast, the true dragon, has initiated your first trial. Host must enter the system space within 10 minutes. Defiance triggers a forced extraction. My mind halts. Seriously? Right at this exact moment? By then, the 3 Wang brothers, Crusher, Fang, and Flare, are in my face. Crusher smirks. Well, look who it is. Shanghai Province's so-called ultimate prodigy, too terrified to pass the Daxia University exam. But the second their eyes land on Celeste, a flash of genuine hesitation strikes them. The Xia clan is untouchable, even for the Wang family. Miss Xia, why stoop so low for him? Is that your damn business? Celeste fires back with absolute frost. Your matters are your own, Crusher sneers darkly, but his pathetic existence? That is our business. Uncle Rex always treated us brothers well, and this punk dared to humiliate him publicly. Uncle Rex was too noble to crush him, but us three, we have zero restraint to hold back. If you are not a coward, fight us one-on-one. Let us expose what Shanghai's golden boy is truly made of. Suzu throws her fists up in absolute fury. Oh, please, these jerks are delusional. Go grind them into dirt. Celeste glances at me, her voice tense. Can you actually take them? I open my mouth to answer. Suddenly, the world turns pitch black. My body shuts down, collapsing into Celeste. The divine temple alarms ring out. Time is up, forcibly dragging host into the temple. The trial begins now. A heaven-shattering dragon roar rips through the void. In the shadows, a majestic true dragon opens its blazing eyes. Human, welcome to your test. Survive, and my divine power is yours. The ancient beast proudly raises its golden horns. With a mere glance, a shimmering pool of liquid gold manifests. Dense white mist churns violently above the surface, radiating a suffocating, flesh-melting heat. This is the pure, concentrated essence of my blood. Submerge yourself and devour every single drop. During this agonizing process, the 10 Fiends Divine Temple will completely seal Teot's power. You must absorb this relying solely on mortal flesh, endure, and ascend. Fail, and agonizing death is your reward. However, you may walk away. After all, you are the master of the 10 Fiends Divine Temple. You are not forced to carry a true dragon's burden. A cocky smirk stretches across my face. Free legendary power? Why the hell would I refuse? Without a single second of hesitation, I sprint directly toward the boiling pool. But the very instant the mist touches me, huge chunks of my skin are brutally scorched away. How intensely fascinating. I lick my lips, absolute madness igniting in my eyes. Bring it on. Let me prove who truly rules this flesh. Give me your worst storm. I plunge fearlessly into the boiling golden blood. The true dragon watches with immense approval. The first trial, the test of absolute courage. You have brilliantly passed. But surviving the second trial, forging the indestructible dragon body, that depends purely on your own monstrous willpower. Submerged in the liquid gold, it feels like my entire existence is being pulverized to ash. The majestic blood violently spirals. It brutally invades my pores from every conceivable angle. I am literally being thrown through a cosmic meat grinder. Every single bone, every muscle fiber, pulverized, instantly regenerated, and then shattered all over again. This pain is absolutely intoxicating. My spirit feels like it is soaring to the heavens. This is my mortal shell, and I am its supreme master. I unleash a primal roar from the golden depths, devouring the dragon essence like a maniac, completely ignoring the bone-shattering agony. The ancient dragon stares in sheer disbelief. Is this human an absolute masochist? The pool's golden radiance becomes terrifyingly blinding. Congratulations, host. The true dragon's first grueling trial is complete. Epic talent acquired. First dragon might. Instantly suppresses 50% of combat power for all monsters at your level. Second talent, Dragon Warfist. This grants the true dragon clan innate close combat mastery through pure physical strength. Third talent, Tempest Calling. The host can now summon raging storms at will. Congratulations, awakened host. Second true dragon trial complete. Indestructible dragon body acquired. Even severed limbs instantly regenerate. This body cannot be destroyed, and ancient dragon runes block all damage. My heart is racing. This is absolutely unreal. So this is the legendary dragon trial. Now I am entirely certain, using pure physical strength, I could crush a bronze tier, one monster with bare hands. Plus, wielding this indestructible dragon body, unless they reduce me to ashes instantly, I will regenerate even if half my body is shattered. Suddenly, the true dragon's booming voice echoes through the void. Chosen one, having conquered my trial, you may depart. I eagerly await the day you claim the absolute pinnacle of my power. Thank you, honored senior. You truly are an exceptional youth. A path of boundless potential awaits. I absolutely believe in you. Just as I turn to leave, the ancient dragon places its glowing pearl into my hands. Once I vanish, a crimson shadow speaks with an amused tone. Not bad, right, old dragon? He truly is special. After all, he survived my brutal test. Your trial? That test is completely worthless. Everyone knows your only requirement is eating. Hey, what is so wrong with a massive appetite? I consume, therefore I grow stronger. Food is the ultimate foundation of existence. What could a fool like you understand? Arguing with you is utterly pointless. You are not worth my energy. As the legendary shadows dissolve into the darkness, my consciousness snaps right back to reality. The second my eyes open, the Wang brothers' relentless mockery instantly hits me. Ah, the ultimate perks of being a prodigy. When the real battle starts, just fake passing out. Somebody carry this little genius home for his nap. What an absolute waste of our time. I slowly flutter my eyes open. Celeste is about to speak, but I leisurely stretch and stand tall before her. Hold on right there. Nobody is leaving just yet. I confidently call out to the three arrogant brothers turning their backs. What were your names again? Ah, right. The Wang family. 3 annoying bugs. Sorry about that. I stayed up way too late yesterday. Felt drowsy and took a quick power nap. You punks desperately wanted a fight, right? Let us begin. I still need to go home and sleep properly after this. Do you guys have any idea who you are facing? Crusher's face darkens with sheer rage as he snaps. Of course I do. The Wang family bugs. Wang Rat, Wang Pest, and Wang Roach. Is that your title? All 3 tremble with intense fury, glaring absolute daggers at me. Oh, this trash really has a sharp tongue. If you had just stayed asleep, we might have shown mercy, but you actually woke up. Do not dare blame us for the brutal carnage that comes next. Big brother, let me crush him. Flare steps forward. Hold on. I abruptly cut him off. What? Getting scared? Crusher sneers. Just apologize. Bow deeply twice. And we brothers might actually spare your life. No, what I actually mean is, I say, with an eerily calm voice, fighting you punks one by one is a pathetic waste of my time. Let us keep it simple. Come at me together. I will obliterate you in one strike. The exact moment those arrogant words land, the 3 brothers stare in total shock. 1 fighting 3? They cannot tell if this is blind ignorance or absolute fearlessness. Fine, we will gladly give you exactly that. Every single onlooker freezes in disbelief. The Wang brothers are no ordinary awakeners. Each one possesses a terrifying S-rank monster soul. With an earth-shattering roar, all 3 brothers transform. 3 blinding pillars of explosive energy instantly engulf their bodies. Seconds later, 3 terrifying monsters of entirely different forms stand exactly where the brothers just were. Crusher's awakened soul is the S-rank Green Jade Demon Bull. Its massive frame towers like a hillside, radiating terrifying raw power. Fang summons the Wind Thunder Lightning Cat, mastering storms and lightning. Its lethal attack speed is pushed beyond absolute limits. Flare manifests the legendary Twin Flame Demon, breathing pure crimson hellfire. This beast is an absolute master of devastating long-range magical bombardment. The terrified crowd erupts in gasps. Each Wang brother controls a beast with a uniquely lethal specialty. Alone, they are complete monsters. But standing together, their flawless combat synergy becomes virtually unbeatable. The Green Jade Demon Bull absolutely dominates the field. The Wind Thunder Lightning Cat suppresses with blinding speed, while the Twin Flame Demon pours down apocalyptic long-range damage. With this combination fighting in perfect unison, even masters 2 or 3 tiers above them would easily face brutal defeat. Furthermore, their base power levels are absolutely no laughing matter. One at Bronze Tier 3, another at Bronze Tier 4, and the last at a staggering Bronze Tier 5. Flare completely loses his temper and roars. Hey, transform right now and end this pathetic joke. Transform into what? I scoff mockingly. If I transform, you weaklings will not even get a chance to breathe. Just attack me as I am. The Wang brothers stare, paralyzed in absolute disbelief. I seriously cannot watch this sheer stupidity. Will this suicidal idiot ever stop bluffing? He flat out refuses to awaken. What in the world is he planning to do? Such absolute arrogance. A mortal fighting S-rank monsters in his base human form? You must be completely kidding me. A single hit from those monsters could crush an ordinary guy. I just beckon Flare closer. Hurry up and entertain me. You barked the loudest. Step up. His temper shatters instantly. Blazing infernos erupt across his entire figure. He unleashes an earth-shattering howl, charging right at me. I trigger my true dragon bloodline, Dragon War Art. A basic casual strike sends Flare rocketing backward. Blurring forward, I close the gap and strike again. He is shoved back repeatedly, totally powerless to counterattack. Absolute shock shatters his confidence. Impossible. I am getting crushed, and he is not even transformed yet. Getting the picture now? I taunt coldly. If I shifted forms, you would be unworthy to even look at me. The crowd stands utterly paralyzed. Witnessing a mere mortal shell output such apocalyptic power completely shatters their understanding of reality. 3 simple strikes. Flare is entirely broken, his threat level 0. Pushed to the brink, Fang finally joins the fray. Raging winds shred the atmosphere. A massive pillar of pure lightning strikes straight for my head. With effortless grace, I raise one hand and completely obliterate the thunderbolt. The indestructible dragon physique is absolute. He blocked that with his bare flesh. Commander Quinn and the elite officers are left utterly speechless. Countless awakeners perish yearly, slaughtered before they can activate their beast forms. Human bodies are just too fragile. If Daxia's army possessed my baseline durability, their death toll would completely vanish overnight. Fang's Stormcat dashes forward relentlessly. Simultaneously, Crusher unleashes his green jade demon bull. The beast leaps skyward, crashing into the earth with apocalyptic weight. Ultimate war stomp. Destructive shockwaves detonate in every direction, barreling toward my position with devastating momentum. Above me, a battered flare screams in pure fury, rocketing downwards in a desperate suicide dive. Fang's raging thunder strikes head-on. Blazing fire plummets from the sky. The earth beneath me shatters. The spectators gasp. Their triple combo is absolutely flawless. A perfect trap with 0 escapes. Even transforming now will not save him from that impact. This is the end. Death or permanent ruin awaits. He got way too arrogant. Commander Quinn scowls darkly, preparing to save me, but Celeste quickly intercepts him. Hold on, Commander, watch closely. Look at his expression. My face remains perfectly calm. A wicked grin spreads as I announce my verdict. Playtime is officially over. A glorious golden pillar shatters the heavens. I finally unleash my ancient true dragon form. Quinn and his elites freeze in absolute terror, trembling violently. A second awakening? This monstrous aura is definitely triple S rank. Impossible. He already awakened the Taotie. When did this happen? The Wang trio freezes in total despair. Instantly, I unleash a world-shattering roar. An apocalyptic, suffocating pressure erupts across the entire battlefield. Like helpless ragdolls, all 3 brothers are blasted away by the sheer sonic force. Witness my newest divine skill, Absolute Dragon Might. Their combat levels plummet by 30% instantly. Any lingering desire to fight evaporates into thin air. Who allowed you to stand before a true king? Kneel! The ancient aura violently strips away their beast transformations, pinning their fragile human bodies helplessly to the dirt. Time itself seems to freeze. The entire audience watches in breathless silence, their minds completely failing to process reality. As a mere Black Iron Tier 10, I gaze down upon them like an untouchable god. 3 Bronze Tier experts crushed, and I barely even moved. Too weak? Try training harder. Cannot handle defeat? Then quit, I declare with icy indifference. The brothers shakily rise, faces drained of blood, terrified to their core. You win. We accept our total defeat. I scoff coldly. What good are your empty words to me? I chuckle darkly, as if I care about your respect. The brothers panic. Then what do you demand? I smile wickedly. Hand it over. Blood essence, cores, jade, potions, everything. Refuse, and your dreams of attending Daxia University die right here. Do not push us, I glare sharply. Excuse me? The brothers flinch violently. Fine, we accept. Trembling, they surrender 5 Tier 5 bronze blood essence vials, plus 5 matching beast cores, sliding them nervously toward me. I secure the rare loot with a victorious smirk. Over the coming days, I will devour these resources to forcefully skyrocket my rank. Time to master both the Taotie and my ancient dragon abilities. Only 2 weeks remain before the Daxia University entrance exams begin. A ruthless, blood-soaked trial of survival awaits. One single mistake means absolute destruction. Back at the mighty Qin family estate in the imperial capital, Rex locks eyes with his son, Ren. The tension is incredibly thick. Ren, are you absolutely certain about taking the Daxia University exam? Yes, father. My destiny awaits there. Venom and shattered pride blaze wildly within Ren's gaze. Mo dragged my name through the mud in front of everyone. I will make him suffer horribly. I do not care about his triple S rank. I bow to absolutely no one. I will shred him to pieces. That is my true son. That is the vicious spirit I taught you. Rex booms with laughter, bursting with absolute pride. The room goes silent as a breathtaking woman glides inside. Enter Ren's mother, the legendary Madame Frost. For this upcoming trial, your 3 uncles have arranged a very lethal surprise. With a single crisp clap, 9 young warriors emerge from the shadows. Chilling, bone-deep bloodlust radiates from every single one of them. Mother, what is the meaning of this? Your uncles command massive military power. Naturally, they control terrifying elite soldiers. These 9 shadows will escort you into the exam zone. Once inside, their overwhelming power is entirely yours to command. Crush your enemies. Her dark meaning is crystal clear. All 9 possess immense S-rank potential, while their leader boasts a monstrous double S-rank awakening. A truly terrifying vanguard. Utterly stunned, Ren bows with deep respect. Please send my absolute deepest gratitude to my esteemed uncles. Hold your excitement. This is merely the opening act. Now, behold a legendary gift from your grandfather. Madame Frost reveals twin crimson longswords, placing the deadly weapons into Ren's eager hands. These were forged from the remains of an 8th-rank golden jade, crimson flame, hell beast. Your glorious grandfather even infused its mighty beast core directly into the cold steel. This grants you its terrifying innate skill, the Crimson Flame Meteor Slash. Unleashed completely, it can heavily cripple even a mighty blue jade tier warrior. The Academy restricts raw output, so your grandfather cleverly sealed its devastating power down to the 10th bronze rank. Regardless, holding these demonic twin blades makes you totally invincible in a one-on-one duel. Ren's gaze explodes with absolute ecstatic awe. Next, Madame Frost unveils a glowing vial. I personally commissioned this customized origin energy serum directly from the mighty Tang Industries. A single dose will violently shatter your physical limits and forcefully skyrocket your core origin energy. Never forget, the entire Imperial Capital's Qin family protects your back. While our empire breathes, absolutely no one can harm you. Go out there and completely obliterate the competition. Rex steps up aggressively. Ren, for the next 14 days, I will personally break you. We are going to brutally sharpen your raw survival instincts. Meanwhile, I devour every single drop of blood essence and every stolen beast core ripped from the Wang brothers. My power surges smoothly, breaking straight into the first bronze tier. Next, I reveal a brilliantly glowing crystal, the desperate apology offering from Captain Blaze of the infamous Blood Flame Holy Order, a genuine gold rank meteor wolf beast core. Usually, these cores contain a monster's entire life arsenal, but extracting those skills relies entirely on pure blind luck. I press my palm against the warm crystal. Instantly, a massive shockwave of realization widens my eyes. 100% flawless skill inheritance. I can literally morph into the blazing meteor firewolf. Is this Taotie's legendary infinite devour activating again? I can only trigger this monstrous transformation once. However, once unleashed, the absolute power lasts forever. I boot up my computer and punch in a hidden web address. Today is the absolute final deadline to enter the brutal underground fighting circuit. The ultimate champion claims precious blood essence, a rare 6th rank silver beast core, and a massive 2 million Daxia credits in cold hard cash. High-tier resources are exactly what my evolution demands. Plus, channeling the Meteor Firewolf gives me the absolute perfect secret identity. Registration complete. I grab a menacing wolf mask and lock it over my face. My new gladiator title? Fang Wolf. Down in the bloody underground arena, hiding your true face is the standard rule. Every single warrior battles under a dark alias. Masked gladiators are everywhere in this brutal coliseum. In no time, I step into the massive, roaring tournament venue. Strolling toward the elite advanced bracket, a deafening wave of crowd screams washes over me. The giant neon scoreboard violently flashes. Match number 1. 1st rank bronze, Fang Wolf clashes against 5th rank bronze Ghostface. The entire audience absolutely explodes in shocked, mocking laughter. A pathetic 1st rank rookie in the elite bracket? Is this some kind of sick joke? Have the organizers lost their minds letting garbage onto the stage? High up in the luxurious VIP lounge, Suzu violently shakes Celeste. Celeste, dump everything on Ghostface. I just dropped 500,000 credits. A tier 5 crushing a tier 1 rookie. He literally cannot lose. It is basically free money. However, Celeste's eyes narrow sharply. Logically, Suzu makes sense. Yet, a wildly familiar shadow suddenly crosses Celeste's mind. Suzu, cancel that bet. Trust my intuition. 10,000 on Fangwolf, 10,000 on Ghostface. Suzu's jaw hits the floor. Are you absolutely crazy? Just do exactly as I say. Fine. Below, I hear the greedy crowd betting against me and sigh heavily. I really should have hired someone to bet my entire life savings on my victory. Before I can finish that thought, my opponent aggressively leaps into the ring. He scans my aura and flashes a disgustingly arrogant smirk. Fang Wolf, 1st rank bronze? Did you crawl here just to amuse me? Come on, trash. I will let you strike first. What? I stare back completely deadpan. Do you seriously have a death wish? I absolutely do. Think you have the power to grant it? Ghostface screams with fury, his body mutating right on the stage. A towering 2-meter blade mantis emerges before the stadium. The audience completely explodes. Now that is a true monster. Victory is totally guaranteed. Such easy cash. I invested 50,000 for a 5,000 return. Not terrible. Suzu desperately clutches Celeste, shaking her like a total maniac. It is over, Celeste. We are totally doomed. I swear I will bite you. The blade mantis dashes viciously toward me. I initially planned to obliterate it instantly, but I pause. Rare opportunities to exploit this much insane cash simply do not happen every single day. It is smarter to stall and inflate my betting odds. 10 agonizing minutes pass. The match finally concludes with us, both collapsed, brutally beaten, and completely drenched in red blood. As the referee finishes his dramatic final countdown, I stubbornly force myself upright, heaving and stumbling, delivering the absolute greatest acting performance of my entire life. The furious mob backing Ghostface erupts in pure outrage. Suzu instantly leaps up, shrieking wildly. We actually won! 100,000 in pure profit. Celeste, you legendary genius. Do not back Fang Wolf next time, Celeste warns, firmly shaking her head. That victory was sheer blind luck, plus he is severely injured now. Even the brilliant Celeste fell for my deceptive act, and honestly, almost everyone in this massive arena bought it. I sneak into the shadowy corner and flag down a nearby guard. Hey, do me a massive favor. Go drop a secret wager for me. Next round, put 1 million on Fang Wolf. The guard stares at me, entirely paralyzed by shock. Bro, are you absolutely insane? The giant screen shifts. Round 2 begins. The bronze 1st rank Fang Wolf clashing against bronze 8th rank Demon Lion. During his previous slaughter, Demon Lion literally devoured his rival's head. He remains one of 3 ultimate elites favored to conquer the entire Advanced Combat League. The current gambling odds sit at a mind-blowing 15-to-1 ratio. Absolutely nobody thinks I can survive. A wicked smirk crosses my face. I step back into the blood-stained arena. Time to collect my fortune. Match 2 commences as Suzu eagerly faces Celeste. Celeste, what is our master plan here? Wager it all on Demon Lion. The sheer power gap between 1st and 8th rank is overwhelmingly huge. Understood. Suzu sprints away to secure their ticket. Meanwhile, a highly familiar silhouette suddenly catches my piercing gaze from the shadowy arena stands. Why is she lurking around here? I swiftly grab my phone and message Celeste. So, you are secretly watching this underground tournament? You are here as well? Did you gamble? Suzu dropped 500,000 on Demon Lion. Cancel that instantly. Trust my word. Bet everything on Fang Wolf. Hold on. Are you the crazy guy who dropped 1 million on Fang Wolf? Exactly. Celeste abruptly whirls around, grabbing Suzu in pure panic. Suzu, completely cancel that Demon Lion ticket right now. Move everything to Fang Wolf, plus an extra 500,000 for me. Suzu just stares, bewildered. Celeste, have you completely lost your mind? You specifically ordered a Demon Lion bet. I changed my strategy. Back Fang Wolf. Move. Simultaneously, Demon Lion and I march into the deathmatch. His savage eyes lock onto mine, overflowing with pure, murderous intent. Time to transform. The beast morphs into a massive 3-meter mystic lion, blasting an incredibly terrifying aura. With that dominating pressure, defeat seems impossible. He is basically invincible. The furious mystic lion lunges aggressively at my throat. But in a split second, blinding golden energy completely engulfs the battlefield. As the dazzling glow fades, a majestic golden 5-clawed true dragon stands proudly in my place. The stadium freezes. Wait, wasn't his spirit a meteor firewolf? Is this guy a legendary dual awakener? Impossible. Is that a mythological true dragon? Suzu slaps both hands over her gaping mouth, staring at Celeste. Celeste, this simply cannot be real. Oh, but it is. That is definitely Mo. Celeste just releases a defeated, amused laugh. No wonder he was incredibly arrogant about backing Fang Wolf. A rare dual awakener? How utterly fascinating. The Demon Lion growls with icy, murderous malice. But a bronze 8th rank challenging a bronze 1st rank? You are completely dreaming. He triggers his core skill. A deafening, earth-shattering Lion King roar violently erupts. The destructive sound wave literally solidifies into crushing physical force, rocketing straight toward my body. My draconic eyes narrow dangerously. An apocalyptic dragon roar rips through the atmosphere, completely erasing the pathetic lion cry. The Demon Lion instantly loses his arrogant confidence. Overwhelming draconic pressure smashes down upon his soul, instantly slashing his maximum combat power entirely in half. I slowly take one dominant step forward. My brutal dragon claw effortlessly pierces right through the mystic lion's chest cavity. "Did you honestly believe you could challenge me?" I whisper calmly. If I did not desperately need to inflate my betting odds, that previous match would have ended in exactly 10 seconds flat. With one casual flick of my bloody claw, the demon lion violently launches across the arena, crashing down brutally. He remains completely motionless. Absolute, suffocating silence swallows the entire stadium. Suddenly, the foolish crowd who heavily backed Demon Lion erupts into a furious storm of insults. I smoothly revert to human form, casually walking off to claim my 15 million. An intense, middle-aged executive intercepts me. "Mr. Fangwolf, I officially manage this underground arena. Your overwhelming strength is truly impressive. The major issue here is that you just claimed 15 million credits, which places our entire betting establishment in a highly uncomfortable financial corner. What is wrong? Is this massive venue unable to handle a simple loss?" I mock him flatly. "Of course we can," he chuckles nervously. "However, would you dare to play an even deadlier game?" My predatory interest instantly spikes. "Tell me the deadly details." The grand prize spikes to 20 million. Plus, the blood essence and beast core will be massively upgraded from silver to gold first rank. Are you interested? It sounds remarkably simple. For your next bloody death match, the remaining 11 savage contestants, plus a special wildcard I personally choose, will fight you simultaneously. All 12 monsters at once. Can you survive that? "I have one strict condition of my own," I reply coldly. "When I win, you must throw in 1,000 bronze rank beast carcasses. A basic D rank quality is perfectly fine. Deal. But when you fall, Fangwolf, I surrender the 15 million, and my 1 million wager is yours." "That hardly seems fair," the host smirks, shaking his head. "Since you set your terms, we demand ours. Lose, and you become our eternal arena gladiator." Ha, they just want me as their mindless cash cow. How incredibly amusing. I accept. Instantly, the entire stadium erupts into absolute madness. The 12th fighter descends. Last year's supreme champion, bronze 10th rank, the Devil Man, triple shot. He ruthlessly slaughtered this entire tournament before, painting the arena with blood to earn that demonic title. He is an absolute monster. Fangwolf is dead meat. Up above, triple shot flashes me a bone-chilling smirk. "Long ago, I shared your foolish arrogance. I crushed this underground coliseum just like you, but mortals cannot defy the heavens. I claimed the bloody crown, yet never saw a single credit. Instead, I became their chained hound. But Director Ashton promised, killing you today buys my absolute freedom. So bleed for me, boy, you will inherit this cage. Now all 12 of you, attack." Before his wicked laughter fades, a terrifying rock demon turtle materializes right on the battlefield. One by one, a monstrous horde of grotesque beasts finish their blood-curdling transformations, overwhelming the stage. Before this towering army, I seem utterly insignificant. Yet my expression remains icy. True dragon might, awaken! Instantly, all 12 monsters feel 50% of their combat aura utterly crushed. A colossal golden blade pierces the void. The true dragon sword, a supreme divine relic, though my mastery over the dragon pearl remains incomplete. Against this pathetic trash, it is absolute overkill. I casually swing the golden blade. Divine dragons roar from the steel. The 12 beasts freeze in absolute despair. How can anyone survive this? One terrified monster turns to flee, but the azure dragon instantly devours it whole. Another unleashes infernal flames, but my crimson dragon's devastating breath reduces it to mere ashes. A massive beast charges, trusting its armored hide, only to be utterly obliterated by the black dragon's claws. 11 monsters instantly annihilated. Tripleshot's arrogant smirk vanishes completely, replaced by pure, trembling terror. "I surrender," he begs. "I am afraid not," I reply coldly. "You slaughtered every previous challenger. The same ruthless rules apply here. Do not push me, or we both die. Then please, try." Tripleshot's demonic turtle form instantly gathers an apocalyptic sphere of fire inside its gaping jaws. I brace for the lethal impact, but the coward spins and blasts the raging inferno skyward. Using the distraction, he desperately leaps away. I instantly manifest my 5-clawed true dragon aura and rocket into the heavens. A heaven-shaking roar erupts. I crash down like a meteor, blocking his escape, pressing my divine blade directly against his throat. Go ahead, try escaping again. Please, spare my life. I raise my legendary sword without an ounce of mercy. But right at that fatal second, a thunderous voice violently shatters the arena's tension. Stop! An imposing silver-haired elder marches in, flanked by terrifyingly powerful elites. Heavens above, it is Director Ashton himself. The crowd thinks the devil is saved. I ignore the command completely. My blade flashes, and triple shot is executed. I slowly lift my icy gaze toward the powerful elder and ask smoothly, "What did you just say?" "I do not think I heard you." Ashton's face contorts with explosive fury. "In 15 years, no one has dared mock me. Your pathetic strength cannot support such blinding arrogance. Today, you bleed for this ultimate disrespect." Two enormous bodyguards step up. Instantly, twin 10-meter-tall tyrant dragons materialize, their earth-shattering roars dominating the entire Colosseum. Absolute madness. Those are Class C tyrant dragons, both at the legendary silver 5th rank. As expected of the Ashton Corporation boss, even mere bodyguards possess world-ending firepower. It is totally unfair. Rumors claim he commands an entire tyrant army. As the beasts encircle me, Celeste's beautiful face turns incredibly icy. Without a second thought, she draws her phone. First, a high-priority encrypted message to Commander Quinn. Then, an emergency dial to Zayn in the Imperial capital. Meanwhile, Suzu desperately contacts her father, Governor Roland. Hearing this, Zayn narrows his sharp eyes and chuckles. That brat loves causing chaos, but his absolute fearlessness is charming. My solution? Just wipe the entire Ashton Corporation off the map. Celeste instantly breaks into a nervous sweat. So typical. This is Zayn, the Imperial capital's most dangerously unhinged and notorious wildcard. He loves sheer reckless chaos. But distant reinforcements cannot stop the terrifying dragons breathing down my neck today. "Senior Zayn, please take this seriously," she pleads. "Mo is in critical danger." But Zayn simply brushes her panic aside, his tone radiating absolute unshakable confidence. "Breathe. The Holy Order captain has me grounded," he smirks. "But do not worry, I will send my uncle down there personally. He still owes our guy a massive favor. We will handle this the traditional way." Celeste gasps, her eyes trembling. The legendary Uncle Ethan? Traveling to Shanghai province himself? Simply earth-shattering. She casts a sideways glance at Ashton, a wicked smirk playing on her lips. The game has changed. In the arena, two massive tyrant dragons trap me completely. I stand my ground. Suddenly, my arms open wide. Ancient dragon mark energy erupts, bathing the stadium in supreme golden dominance. Because those beasts carry mere fragments of ancestral blood, my pure dragon might crushes their souls with absolute suppression. The terrifying predators instantly shrink, pacing around me in frantic, submissive circles. Paralyzed by fear, they refuse to advance. Ashton's expression twists into pure rage. "What are you worthless mutts doing? Tear him apart," he screams. But the majestic dragons only whine harder, desperately backing away from my aura. Pushed past his breaking point, Ashton frantically signals his elite bodyguards, yet the 4 silver-ranked tyrant dragons remain petrified under my celestial pressure. "Big! Crush that arrogant brat!" Ashton is practically foaming at the mouth with blind rage. Big is his ultimate trump card, a terrifying silver 9th rank apex predator. Obeying its master, the mountain-sized behemoth unleashes an earth-shattering shockwave roar. It dives straight for my throat with catastrophic, deadly force. The breathless audience watches in horror, utterly convinced my story ends here. Boom! A lightning-fast shadow shatters the stadium floor, shielding me. Commander Quinn of the military vanguard has arrived. Quinn violently unleashes his blade. Enduring silver wolf form, a blinding silver flash shatters the void. Slash! The colossal charging beast is perfectly cleaved in half. Hot blood paints the arena red. Mo, are you injured? That was far too close for comfort. Stand down, kid. I will drag them through hell today. You have my word. Quinn pivots sharply. His glacial eyes lock onto Ashton, radiating pure, suffocating, killing intent. Explain yourself, Ashton, or I swear I will raise your entire corporate empire into ashes right now. Ashton pales utterly. His mind fractures. How could a street rat fighting as Fang Wolf summon a military titan of Quinn's terrifying caliber? Swallowing his terror, Ashton steps onto the ruined stage. He barely opens his mouth before Quinn lunges forward. Spectral blade drawn. Quinn, have you completely lost your mind? Ashton scrambles backward, his voice cracking in sheer panic. I can freeze the military supply lines in an instant, risking everything for this nameless trash? Are you suicidal? Fine. I will tell you the absolute truth. Flare Wang! The Imperial Capital's young master personally commanded me to erase this kid from existence. The Wang family is untouchable. His very own disciple is watching us right now. Hearing this threat, Quinn throws his head back and laughs. I wondered who gave you such foolish courage. And it is just Flair Wang? Hilarious. Care to guess why that coward hid today? Quinn turns to the VIP seats, his voice booming like thunder. Governor Roland, a titan like you, hiding in shadows all night? Reveal yourself. Ashton could barely bark at Quinn, but under the governor's towering shadow, he feels his soul crushed into complete silence. His entire Shanghai empire relies solely on this one man's absolute authority. Roland is Ashton's living nightmare. A heavy voice echoes, I completely agree with Commander Quinn. Governor Roland descends like a god, his emotionless eyes pinning Ashton to the floor. You owe young Fangwolf a thorough explanation. Sir, my hands were entirely tied. It was Flair Wang's direct, personal decree. Let me call him right now. You can negotiate with him yourself. Panicking, Ashton frantically dials his phone. Miles away in the intensive care unit, Flair Wang hears the report and absolutely erupts with blinding fury. I spared him once, and this bastard ruins my plans again? Does he think I am completely powerless? Put him on speaker. Trembling, Ashton shoves the screaming phone toward the two titans. Flair's psychotic, arrogant screech echoes across the silent arena. Who the hell do you worthless peasants think you are? Fangwolf belongs to me. Try and stop me if you dare. The line violently snaps dead with a heavy click. Roland's face freezes into absolute zero. Quinn trembles with rage, violently suppressing the urge to scream my true, legendary identity to the world. Suddenly, an arrogant bark of laughter shatters the tension. Enter Zach Wang, Flair's equally twisted cousin. Young Master Zach, is the entertainment to your liking tonight? Ashton grovels like a dog. It was perfect, until this piece of garbage cost me over 3 million. Zach flicks his wrist with impatience. 3 million? That is absolutely nothing. With a sharp snap, Ashton's subordinates drag forward 5 heavy crates. Accept this 5 million as my humble tribute. Director Ashton, please make sure to speak highly of my loyalty to young Master Flair. Impressive. You clearly understand how this ruthless world operates. Zach smirks, nodding his head in total satisfaction. High above, Suzu clenches Celeste's trembling fingers in pure terror. Celeste, what now? Even Uncle Quinn and my own father cannot suppress this escalating disaster. Keep your composure. Uncle Ethan is arriving soon. Celeste replies with unwavering calm. Uncle Ethan? Wait, which Ethan? Celeste whispers 2 legendary words. Tang Industries. Suzu practically jolts from her chair in absolute shock. Tang Industries? The legendary senior Ethan Tang? Absolute madness. Celeste, you are genuinely terrifying. I cannot claim the credit. This grand design belongs entirely to Senior Zayn. Celeste gently shakes her head. Suddenly, Zach barks a command, ordering Ashton to drag me forward immediately. Quinn crushes his sword hilt. Murderous aura explodes from his body, rolling outward in thick, suffocating, nearly visible waves. My hand slips quietly into my pocket, gripping the golden artifact Zayn gifted me. Slumbering within is the ultimate strike of the 9-heaven silver dragon. One apocalyptic, unstoppable blow. But right before I unleash it, a middle-aged man with an iron-forged expression casually strides onto the battlefield. The emblem resting on his chest is undeniable. The legendary crest of a military command, War General. A titan of unmatched authority. Only 108 exist in all of Daxia. Yet, the true shock stealing the crowd's breath is this. This decorated military god shadows another man with deep reverence, like a mere servant. What terrifying existence uses a war general as a bodyguard? The instant Ashton recognizes that face, invisible lightning shatters his very soul. His mind completely short-circuits on the spot. The man gracing them with his presence sits upon the absolute throne of their entire universe. He ranks top 10 wealthiest across 100 global nations. The supreme founder of Tang Industries, Ethan Tang. Very well, since I have arrived, this pathetic circus officially ends. Ethan Tang declares softly, his voice carrying absolute weight. Smiling gently, he approaches me. Who the hell are you, old geezer? Who gave you the audacity to swagger in claiming absolute authority? Zach Wang sneers viciously, spitting out the arrogant insult. Yet Ethan Tang never spares him a single glance, continuing his steady pace. Look at this decrepit fool acting almighty. Zach snarls, lunging forward to ruthlessly snatch Ethan Tang's shoulder. His fingers grasp only empty air. General Arden's lethal gaze instantly locks onto Zach. Freezing, flawless, absolute. Faster than Zach can comprehend, General Arden strikes. A singular brutal blur, and sickeningly crisp, bone-cracking echoes everywhere. Zack unleashes a soul-breathe, agonizing shriek. "You dare lay hands on me? Do you possess any clue who I am? I am blood of the imperial capital's prestigious Wang family." Hearing this, Tang finally pivots, a terrifyingly serene smile blooming. Even Patriarch Warren would never dare flex his authority before me. It appears the Wang family's youth have eclipsed their elders, overflowing with far more reckless arrogance. That single sentence freezes Zack to his marrow. A horrifying realization finally strikes him. This man standing before him is no mere mortal. "Open your foolish eyes and observe carefully," General Ardon commands with glacial frost. Zack's trembling gaze locks onto the legendary war general insignia resting on Ardon's chest. His very soul attempts to flee his flesh. His knees instantly buckle, crashing down. "Senior, might I beg for your esteemed name? My disrespect was unforgivable. I beg for mercy. I am Zack Wang of the imperial capital's Wang lineage. Victor Wang is my father, Patriarch Warren my uncle. Your identity means absolutely nothing to me, nor do I care what pathetic forces back you. The sole Wang family member worthy of my acknowledgement is Patriarch Warren." Tang's voice carries zero emotional fluctuation. Go crawl to him. See if his ears recognize the name Tang. Those suffocating syllables drown Zack in glacial despair. His entire consciousness simply evaporates. What changed? Have you stopped calling me a decrepit old geezer? That casual, terrifying remark from Tang violently convulses Zack's entire body. He slams his forehead into the earth, desperately kowtowing like a broken beggar. "I was blind, Senior. I was catastrophically wrong." Meanwhile, Celeste gracefully descends from the high stadium seating, with Suzu trailing closely behind. Tang shifts his gaze toward me, offering a gentle, knowing smile. "Since I have personally intervened, there is absolutely zero reason to conceal your true identity." Celeste immediately opens her mouth to protest, but Tang raises one commanding palm. "I understand your exact fears. Ardon, unveil the device." General Ardon swiftly presents a futuristic mechanical cube. Behold, Tang Industries' pinnacle of scientific achievement, the neural memory modifier. Every event that transpired here today shall be permanently wiped from the fragile minds of every irrelevant spectator. This solitary activation costs over 1 billion to manufacture. Yet, for Daxia's most peerless prodigy, it is worth every credit. Tang locks eyes with a pale Ashton. The entirety of this billion-credit expenditure will be violently extracted from Ashton Corporation. Ashton remains paralyzed, incapable of squeaking out an objection. My hand rises, slowly peeling away my disguise. The split second my true visage is revealed, the Colosseum absolutely explodes. By the heavens, it is Mo, Shanghai Province's supreme, unrivaled genius, the legendary Triple S rank Awakener, Mo. All strength vanishes from Ashton's trembling legs, sending him crumbling pathetically against the cold floor. Absolute clarity finally strikes him. This is exactly why Quinn and Governor Roland would wage war to defend this monstrous youth. Thus, this pathetic charade concludes. Tang states effortlessly, "The Wang family's lack of vision has been incredibly enlightening. Upon my return, Patriarch Warren and I will share a deeply educational conversation." At that very second, Ashton and Zack locked eyes. A sickening knot of pure dread twisted in their guts simultaneously. Wang had just unleashed a high-ranking military commander to wipe this place out. The executioner was already closing in. They prayed furiously to the heavens. "Please, stay away." But reality was cruel. A terrifying shadow plummeted straight from the ceiling. The devastating shockwave violently rattled the subterranean arena 3 times over. Dust cleared to reveal Commander Saxon. "Governor Roland, Commander Quinn, kneel before me." Hearing that arrogant demand, the last fragile sliver of hope within Zack and Ashton shattered completely. However, as Saxon's haughty gaze swept across the terrifying monsters standing in the room, his arrogant expression dissolved into pure terror. He slammed to his knees instantly. "Tell me, Saxon, did Wang send you, or Patriarch Warren?" Tang questioned coldly. "It was the young Master Flare. Did you hear that loud and clear, young Zayn?" Chuckled softly, yet absolute frost dripped from every syllable. Wang. How amusing. I, Zayn, have warned you all 1,000 times. I stay out of petty brawls between the youth. But the second you leverage elite connections to crush the weak, I become your executioner. And yet, the arrogant Wang family continuously marches right into my absolute strike zone. Zayn's freezing tone echoed through the speaker. Ethan sighed, a flash of mild exasperation in his gaze. 30 years old, yet still ridiculously overdramatic about everything. Kid, do not absorb his flashy habits. Relax, Senior Tang. My personal philosophy is beautifully straightforward. I just annihilate my enemies and move on. Ethan blinked in stunned silence before erupting into roaring laughter. Now I completely see why Zayn chose you. Brat, you are an absolute monster. Meanwhile, within the sprawling imperial capital, Zayn stood outside his lavish mansion, gripping his legendary silver dragon spear. Two elite Holy Order warriors immediately blocked his path. Vice Captain Zayn, you are strictly forbidden from leaving. I never claimed I was walking away. I am merely dispatching a special package. Before they could blink, Zayn casually launched his celestial spear toward the heavens. Have you boys ever heard of express delivery with lethal precision? The bewildered guards shared a clueless glance and shook their heads. You will learn today. Zayn smirked, tossed them smokes, and swaggered back indoors. At the exact same moment, deep within the luxurious Wang family stronghold, the battered Wang siblings were finally crawling out of their hospital beds. 7 more days of rest, and their broken bodies would be flawless. Perfect timing for the legendary Daxia University entrance trials. Little brother, why the dark and gloomy face? Fang and Crusher scowled, noticing Flare glaring nervously at the horizon. It is nothing, but my pulse is racing like impending doom is approaching. Flare's forehead remained tightly creased. A terrifying phantom blade felt pressed against his spine, a horrific premonition he completely failed to understand. Quit drowning in paranoia, conserve your aura for the upcoming trials. We must stand as an invincible wall behind Ren this time. The elders armed him with supreme-tier artifacts. That humiliation Mo served us recently? We are carving our bloody revenge out of his flesh. The trio sneered viciously, with Ren leading our vanguard. That bastard Mo is absolutely dead. Hold on. Their wicked smiles vanished into identical, horrified scowls. Is an unnatural force tearing across the sky? This wind pressure is catastrophic. Wait, is that the apocalyptic roar of a mythical dragon? No way. You have been bedridden too long. Your mind is breaking. I am not hallucinating. The killing intent is real. Listen, are you serious? What is that? Why is the sound wave amplifying? The brothers whipped their gazes upward, witnessing a blinding silver comet shredding through the atmosphere with apocalyptic velocity. A majestic beast's war cry exploded from the flying weapon. It resembled a celestial silver dragon diving from the heavens, locking onto the Wang stronghold. Why does that terrifying aura feel so intimately familiar? Of course it is familiar. That is the divine silver dragon spear, the signature soul weapon of the legendary Nine Heavens silver dragon himself, Zayn. The arrogant siblings froze instantly, their souls shivering with primordial terror. Why is the apex predator's fang aimed at our home? Panic consumed their eyes. Why are you statues? Move your feet and run. Crusher screamed hysterically. The once proud young masters stumbled pathetically toward the inner courtyard, looking exactly like arrogant playground bullies who realized they kicked a sleeping tiger and were now desperately crawling home, crying for their daddy's protection. Zayn, how has the Wang clan ever offended your absolute authority? Down below, Patriarch Warren had been peacefully sipping spiritual tea in the Grand Hall, calmly awaiting his beloved son's triumphant return. An annihilating tsunami of spear aura crashed over his senses. The legendary dragon's roar echoed, and the Patriarch's smug face contorted in sheer horror. He exploded into the sky above the compound, unleashing his terrifying transformation. A gigantic phantom beast materialized, his supreme beast soul, the spirit berserker King Lion. The colossal phantom predator was heavily shielded from fangs to tail in indestructible, violet-hued spiritual armor. Each blazing plate was embedded with countless radiant crystals, a domineering, breathtaking, and overwhelmingly powerful presence. Warren detonated a shockwave roar, attempting to shatter the heavens and deflect the falling spear with pure sonic destruction. Yet, the legendary weapon pierced through effortlessly. The Patriarch's newly awakened golden jade tier cultivation was practically wet paper against a devastating celestial strike like this. Curse the heavens! Unadulterated, primal panic violently erupted within the massive glowing eyes of the spirit berserker King Lion. Warren scrambles for his life. The silver dragon spear plummets like a roaring beast from the heavens, completely obliterating the Wang estate. Father, save us. The divine spear mercilessly strikes. An apocalyptic shockwave obliterates the courtyard, blasting the three brothers instantly. Their last shred of dignity shatters. A single terrified thought links their minds. We just left the hospital, and we are going straight back. Hurled through the air, coughing up crimson, their bones crack as they crash down in agonizing screams. The celestial silver weapon pierces downward with unstoppable divine fury. It completely impales the entire compound to its foundations. Warren shifts back to human shape, utterly paralyzed. "Return my weapon when you finish!" Zayn's arrogant declaration booms overhead. Warren trembles with absolute fury. "You nearly crippled my boys, you leveled my home, and you dare demand your weapon back? Do I look like your delivery boy?" He glares at his agonizing sons. "What on earth did you do? Why did that monster ambush us? Start explaining." The three boys violently shiver in the rubble, paralyzed by endless agony and dread. Suddenly, Warren's phone buzzes. "Saxon? What do you want?" He grumbles. "Master, please save me." Saxon's pathetic, sobbing voice cries out. "What is wrong now? Who dares threaten you? Are you not with General Ardent? Who would touch you in his presence?" Warren scowls fiercely. "It is the General, and Senior Ethan Tang." "Ethan Tang?" Warren grabs his aching head. A massive migraine strikes him. First, Zayn nukes their home without provocation. Now his student is bawling for his life. "This cannot be a coincidence. Explain everything. Where are you?" "I am in Shanghai province." "Shanghai? Why go there? Young Master Flare ordered me. Here is what happened." Saxon spills the disastrous truth through hysterical sobs. Why are those two legends suddenly in Shanghai? They arrived to protect a rookie named Fang Wolf. Fang Wolf? Who is that? Warren fumbles his device. "Mo! Fang Wolf is actually Mo! Have you completely lost your mind?" Warren glares at Flare in the dirt, his murderous aura exploding. The puzzle pieces finally connect. This explains Zayn's devastating ambush. This explains why a titan like Ethan marched to Shanghai. All caused by his disastrous bloodline. "You will put me in my grave," Warren bellows like a furious beast. But he was just Fang Wolf. Flare stammers, utterly clueless. "Forget his alias. That was Mo, you idiot." "Zach, you absolute trash. You doomed me." Flare realizes the horror and screams venomous insults. "Master, are you listening? I am here. Tell me everything." Warren aggressively bites back his rising panic. One more detail. Senior Tang was there, and Zach called him a frail old man. He insulted a legend. Warren's entire world spins. He almost faints. He would never dare disrespect that monster. Where did Zach find such suicidal courage? This family grows more foolish every generation. I quit. Anyone can take the patriarch title. I refuse to carry this cursed burden. He crushes the call. His mind goes completely blank with terror. One provoked Zayn. The other insulted a living myth. Do these brats think a healthy heart makes them immune to lethal stress? "Father," Flare whimpers pitifully. "Do not call me that. You are the Grand Master here. Perhaps I should call you Father. Please stop." Flare trembles violently, realizing his apocalyptic mistake. How do we survive this? Crusher and Fang glare at Flare with raw, murderous intent. This brainless sibling ruined himself, but worse, he dragged them straight back to the hospital. Our next move? We grovel where required. We bow our heads until they bleed. We accept our punishment. First, we carefully return that cursed spear. Warren massages his throbbing head. What is this absolute nightmare? Calamity struck from the literal sky. He sympathizes with ancient legends, sitting peacefully at home, completely oblivious to impending doom, only to discover his foolish heir triggered a war with divine powers. The brothers instantly fail their entrance exams, and their clan suffers an unimaginable financial wipeout. Upon hearing the horrifying truth, Zach's father suffers a massive shock and instantly collapses. Meanwhile, the battlefield finally quiets down. Saxon, you are officially stripped of your military rank. All your battle records, erased. You are banished to the border. Start over from absolute zero. General Arden's voice was absolute ice. Zero room for negotiation. Saxon's heart drowned in bitter regret. He had been flawlessly played. As for Ashton Corporation, Ethan Tang narrowed his deadly eyes. Tang Industries plotted to conquer all 36 domains and 72 provinces of Daxia. The grand expansion starts right here in Shanghai province. Listen closely, Ashton. I am acquiring your company for one single credit. Ethan Tang placed a solitary coin onto the table. One single credit? Ashton's mind completely short-circuited. Is it enough? He almost refused. But meeting Ethan's eyes, that pure, suffocating, killing intent sent a freezing shock down his spine. That terrifying dominance rivaled legendary war kings born from the ruins. And to all of Daxia, Ethan Tang's absolute value dwarfed even a war king. It is enough. Ashton smiled a broken, bitter smile, accepting the coin. Refusal meant absolute death. He knew this well. His company was gone, but his life, real estate, and wealth remained intact. That alone was a divine mercy. Ardon, clean up this mess. Ensure their memories are flawlessly erased. Ethan Tang waved dismissively before turning to us. Celeste, main character, and the rest. Follow me. Ashton, prepare a VIP room. Understood. Ashton nodded instantly, utterly terrified of showing any hesitation. Inside the ridiculously lavish conference room, Ethan Tang and I sat across from each other on premium leather sofas. Celeste, Suzu, Commander Quinn, and Governor Roland gathered around. Zayn did not just call me to fix your little problem. He gave me a special mission, to deliver a legendary gift he had been saving just for you. He promised it would arrive before the exam. Ethan smiled, placing a palm-sized technological capsule onto the crystal table. Zayn's ultimate gift, the exact spear-type combat weapon you requested. Celeste's eyes immediately locked onto the mysterious capsule. Wait, is this from number 13? Precisely. Ethan smiled knowingly. Harvested directly from number 13's remains. Through Tang Industries' relentless research, we finally shattered the absolute secret behind his divine spatial ability. Behold our ultimate breakthrough in capsule technology. We forged 3 variants: monster, storage, and residence capsules. The artifact right before your eyes? That is the storage capsule. Just like those overpowered dimensional bags in fantasy novels, it devours and holds a massive hoard of items. The residence capsule, an entire fortress sitting right in your pocket, grants Holy Order teams an impenetrable sanctuary during deadly ruin expeditions. Perfect rest brings perfect slaughter. And finally, the monster capsule, the crown jewel of our entire collection. Crush a terrifying beast in the ruins, and you can seal its very soul inside this capsule. From that second forward, that monster is entirely yours, your absolute servant, your unstoppable soldier. Ethan grinned, blazing pride flashing in his eyes. This was Tang Industries' most legendary investment in decades. We achieved the impossible. Mass production has already begun. Soon, capsule technology will completely revolutionize all of Daxia. I sat there, completely, utterly shell-shocked. Wait a minute. If monster capsules exist now in reality, am I about to summon a literal kaiju? This is beyond incredible. This capsule magic sounds dangerously amazing. Suzu stared intensely at the table, her eyes sparkling with pure stars. It is barely bigger than a smartphone. Unlimited shopping sprees are finally a reality. Zero baggage anxiety forever. Luckily, I brought a few exclusive samples today. Go ahead, test their magic. Ethan smiled warmly. The base storage capsule runs for 10,000 Daxia credits apiece. Upgraded spatial capacities will command much heavier price tags. Storage models are for the public, but monster and residence capsules? Those are strictly classified military-grade assets. Yes, absolutely perfect. No more forcing the maids to carry my shopping bags. Suzu moved with lightning speed. She snatched the artifact right off the table, examining it with absolute awe, her face completely illuminated with pure joy. Governor Roland's face instantly darkened. Suzu, behave. We are in Senior Tang's presence. Maintain your noble dignity. Blah blah blah, I literally do not care. You are just jealous. I grabbed the loot first. Suzu playfully stuck out her tongue. Her father's face rapidly shifted from red to pale. Truly, a daughter sees right through her father's soul. Her critical hit landed flawlessly. He desperately wanted one too, but his massive pride refused to admit it. Haha, classic Governor Roland. Do not worry, once mass production kicks off, I will personally send you a premium batch. Ethan intervened with smooth charisma. He then lifted the legendary weapon capsule, pressing it firmly into my palm. Open it. See if it suits your taste. I unlocked the seal. A blinding streak of pure light erupted, and a magnificent deadly spear materialized perfectly into my grip. The spear gleams a vicious blood red. Crimson flames violently dance along its cursed shaft, while ancient carvings pulse with a suffocating, smoldering heat. Forged in slaughter, the weapon radiates a wicked scarlet aura. Its half-meter blade drips with a frosty, bone-piercing killing intent. Its core was forged from the legendary bones of a purple jade rank blood frenzy vulture. The monstrous blade itself is fused with ultra-rare dragon bloodstone. 3 divine beast jades rest within the carvings. The golden pang's peak speed, the giant wheel turtle's 10,000-pound force, and the soul stream beast's terrifying mind control. Simply put then, this demonic weapon grants blinding speed and apocalyptic force in direct combat. Throw it, and it returns to your grip with a mere thought. Even deadlier, it channels the blood frenzy vulture's innate demonic trait. With every clash, it unleashes a blood-soaked sonic wave, shattering the enemy's mental defenses directly. Satisfied with this masterpiece, Zayn had it forged just for you. It eclipses even his own original spear. Name it, Ethan Tang says with a grin. Tracing the scarlet shaft, my blood sings. Senior Zayn was entirely too generous. From this moment on, your name is Heaven Devourer. The weapon violently shudders at its new title, releasing an earth-shattering, euphoric hum of pure power. Heaven Devourer! What an absolute legend of a name. Ethan barks with laughter. A true hero requires a divine weapon. So, show me the hero wielding it. I smirk, knowing perfectly well that Ethan is desperate to witness my true power firsthand. Shall we hit the training grounds, Senior Tang? Haha, excellent. Let us move. With a sweeping gesture, Ethan leads our imposing group straight toward the legendary Ashton Corp training facility. This custom arena can absorb a 10th rank Silver Beast's ultimate strike, stretching as wide as a massive 400-meter track. After you, Mo, Ethan motions toward the ring. Nodding calmly, I stride to the center. Boom! A terrifying geyser of blood-soaked flames violently erupts, swallowing my entire body. As the inferno clears, a menacing crimson figure emerges in the absolute center. A suffocating tsunami of primal killing intent violently explodes from me, flooding the arena like an ancient, bloodthirsty apex predator awakening. What an insane aura. Ethan's eyes bulge in shock. Staring at me, he witnesses the impossible, the undeniable shadow of a true beast king. Gripping Heaven Devourer, I snap my wrist. The demonic spear becomes a blinding cyclone of destruction in my hands. The gale violently shrieks, ripping the air apart. Even without unlocking Taotie's full skills, holding this weapon ignites a fierce, soul-deep familiarity. It feels exactly like wielding the supreme true dragon sword in my dragon form. Destined by fate, this was always Taotie's weapon. The spear accelerates, shredding the atmosphere into endless razor-sharp gales. Such apocalyptic power. Governor Roland gasps, utterly terrified. Witnessing my combat stance for the first time, the absurd strength leaves him paralyzed. Ardent, test the boy. Equip the limiter and power meter, Ethan commands with piercing eyes. Understood. General Ardent violently slams his crimson-armored fists together. In a flash, he detonates forward, tearing through space like a vicious red thunderbolt seeking my blood. Boom! Ardent roars like a demon as his muscles aggressively erupt. A blinding crimson supernova completely engulfs his massive frame. His S-rank beast transformation awakens. The legendary Sky Crimson War Ape. Beating his colossal chest, Ardent launches an apocalyptic charge toward me. Show me your true might, kid, do not dare hold back. The ape's boulder-sized fists annihilate the air, crashing down with world-shattering pressure. My gaze narrows. The perfect target. With a savage growl, I spin Heaven Devourer single-handedly, thrusting violently into that devastating strike. He is clashing with Ardent directly, refusing to yield an inch. Absolute shock rocks Ethan's face. Yes, the General's limiter is active. His destructive output is locked at bronze rank 3, but that legendary ape is built purely for absolute tyrannical power. And its flesh holds purple jade rank durability. Trading brutal blows is suicidal madness. Heaven-shattering fist, the mighty ape bellows, shaking the very earth. Crimson fur violently whips around its monstrous 8-meter silhouette. My tiny 3-meter form seems pathetic next to this titan. Ardent is a devastating assault general. Lethal physical attacks and explosive destruction are his absolute specialty. It is the ultimate beast transformation advantage. Limiters block power, but they cannot suppress his godlike battle instincts, nor shatter the ironclad defense of his monstrous body. Clashing head-on is foolish arrogance. Ethan shakes his head, utterly convinced of my naive inexperience, pitching my fatal weakness against his absolute strength. But in a heartbeat, the blood-red spear descends. It collides with the gargantuan crimson fist, detonating a catastrophic shockwave of pure aura. Gale force winds rip through the arena. The devastating blast nearly sweeps the onlookers right off their feet. Boom! The entire training hall trembles violently. Unbelievable. The shockwaves are absolutely legendary. Celeste's eyes darken with grave realization. Whether it is the ice or fire phoenix, neither divine form can rival the absolute monster standing before her. My awakened soul is no mere triple S rank beast. This entity's sheer combat prowess shatters all known limits. Right on cue, a feral growl escapes my lips. The Heaven Devourer whirls violently in my grasp, steel screaming against steel. Sparks ignite the battlefield like a meteor shower. Defying all logic, I stand my ground, absorbing the crushing pressure. I take the Crimson War Ape's savage barrage without yielding an inch. General Ardon's massive beast eyes widen in utter bewilderment. With every thunderous strike against my spear, A dormant black hole awakens within me, hungrily devouring half of his destructive force. Without this divine absorption, I would have been instantly crushed by his relentless storm of blows. That is enough. My eyes gleam with dangerous intent as I whisper to my soul, "Taotie, you have feasted. Awaken." The instant that command echoes, the spectral manifestation of Taotie upon my chest slowly snaps its terrifying eyes open. Something is dreadfully wrong. A primal chill shoots straight down General Ardan's spine. In a flash, I swing the Heaven Devourer in a devastating downward arc, blazing Emperor 100 Battle Fist. General Ardan unleashes a thundering roar. Dropping his colossal frame, he launches both fists like blazing meteors to intercept my spear. But the moment our attacks collide, an overwhelmingly terrifying force erupts. It is not my own strength, but his. Impossible. General Ardan's eyes bulge as his 8-meter colossus frame is blasted away like a cannonball, crashing into the alloy wall 100 meters away. He drags his battered body up, clutching his shattered chest. His gaze is completely flooded with undisguised terror. Just what kind of absolute cheat-level ability is this? It swallows the destructive aura of every strike, then violently reflects it all back into the attacker at the perfect moment. This is the ultimate death sentence for any close combat warrior. I only survived because my beast physique is incredibly durable. Any other beast of the same realm would have been instantly vaporized. Ardan actually lost. Governor Roland and Commander Quinn stare in sheer disbelief, their faces pale with absolute shock. This is a purple Jade rank military general, one of only 108 in all of Daxia. Even with a power limiter, getting blown away by a single strike from a mere bronze rank kid is simply unthinkable. Ardan, push the limiter to bronze, rank 8. Ethan Tang's commanding voice pierces the silence. What? The entire room gasps at bronze rank 8. Even suppressed, this battle-hardened general exists in a completely different dimension from any ordinary bronze rank 8 beast. The gap in experience is heaven and earth. Is he actually trying to get Mo killed? General Ardan inhales deeply, immediately tweaking the limiter seal. Boom! A far more catastrophic surge of aura detonates from his body. He unleashes a deafening roar as his muscular frame violently expands. The Sky Crimson War Ape now towers at 9 meters. Earlier, I only used basic beast transformations. I have not revealed a single talent yet. Mo, your strength is undeniable. This next clash will be ruthless. If I accidentally shatter your bones, do not resent me. Tang Industries will generously cover all your medical expenses. General Ardan slams his massive fists into the earth, stalking forward. The crushing spiritual pressure radiating from him multiplies with every single stride. Furious Crimson Heaven Fist. Boom! His colossal body rockets into the air, diving toward me like an apocalyptic flaming meteor. Just where is the absolute limit of your devouring art? Show me your true power, Mo. The colossal blazing meteor violently distorts the very air. As it plunges downward, the sheer pressure makes the ground warp before my eyes. That gargantuan fist rapidly eclipses my entire vision. General Ardan, what I am about to do might severely wound your pride. I sincerely hope you do not take this personally. My eyes erupt with fierce light as the blood in my veins ignites into a roaring inferno. In this fleeting moment, my presence dwarfs even General Ardan. Completely unbound by any limiters, I unleash a soul-shattering roar that quakes the very heavens. The monstrous shockwave of my voice aggressively reverberates through the entire combat arena. My savage aura bears down with such suffocating weight that the onlookers gasp for air. Wrathful Frenzy, 100% release. Previously, I deliberately restrained this technique to protect my mortal vessel, only ever unleashing a mere fraction of its terrifying potential. That only amplified my combat prowess by roughly 3 times. But with Tang Industries backing my recovery, I will unleash absolute hell. In a blinding flash, 10 times my normal strength violently erupts. General Ardan, you will remember this exact minute for the rest of your natural life. I blast upward in a single, heaven-defying leap, charging fearlessly into his apocalyptic dive. The Crimson Taotie launches skyward, tightly gripping his legendary spear. The gargantuan red ape bellows at the sky, unleashing a world-shattering punch. Commander Quinn's face instantly drops. Bad news. Those maniacs have completely lost it. The resulting shockwave from this clash is going to obliterate everyone standing here. He immediately lunges forward, shielding Ethan Tang from the incoming devastation. He violently shifts into the crescent moon blade wolf. Monstrous aura erupts as the sacred lunar mark on his forehead blazes. Slicing a perfect arc through the air, he manifests an impenetrable aura shield to protect the bystanders. Then, absolute devastation. High above, two legendary titans smash into each other with apocalyptic momentum. My Taotie form roars, shattering the sky. I am completely swallowed by pure wrath as my energy drains rapidly. Yet, my primal urge to devour skyrockets to its absolute zenith. As our gazes lock, an unexplainable, bone-chilling terror immediately paralyzes General Ardent's soul. What an overwhelming aura. Boom! Seizing his momentary hesitation, my spear violently launches him straight across the battlefield, followed instantly by a colossal kick right to his jaw. The mighty general is sent ragdolling helplessly through the sky. But the nightmare is just beginning. For 60 grueling seconds of absolute wrath, I completely surrender to the intoxicating carnage. Wielding the Heaven Devourer spear, I brutally rush down the general. I unleash an endless storm of savage thrusts. Swallowed by my crimson aura, the veteran warrior is hopelessly trapped inside my chaotic rhythm. Reduced to frantic blocking, this elite sparring partner instantly becomes a glorified punching bag. Without his freakishly resilient physique, he would be a corpse already. Internally, he is screaming. Exactly how long has it been since anyone humiliated him like this? Brutally pinned and battered by a teenager young enough to be his own child, he cannot even retaliate. He is a proud general. Honestly, wearing a power limiter or not, if he were actually a genuine bronze rank fighter, he would already be dead. Period. Within the bronze realm, I am an absolute god. Please stop, I surrender. General Ardent desperately shrieks at the top of his lungs, but his words fall on deaf ears. My Heaven Devourer spear violently vibrates, unleashing a massive wave of blood flame. Are you crazy, kid? Not the face. Stop. Driven completely over the edge, the mighty general actually starts cursing out loud. I have literally bulldozed him from one end of the massive training arena to the other. Now completely trapped in the corner, I relentlessly hammer away without mercy. The towering crimson war ape throws its massive arms up, desperately shielding its face, absolutely powerless to fight back. I am totally in the zone. Monstrous energy surges wildly. Every single spear thrust sends devastating shockwaves ripping through the earth. The general internally curses his absolute terrible luck, enduring that excruciating 60 seconds through pure willpower. Suddenly, my wrathful state breaks. Thank heavens it is finally over. General Ardent releases a truly pathetic whimper, helplessly reverting back from his massive beast transformation. He collapses in shattered red armor, panting heavily without a single ounce of dignified pride left. God almighty, I almost died. He rips off the limiter. Shockingly, that supposedly unbreakable suppression device is spiderwebbed with fractures, completely obliterated by my ferocious attacks alone. On the other side, I revert from my Taotie state. The terrifying backlash of my violent berserker frenzy immediately strikes. An agonizing, bone-shattering pain violently courses through me. It feels like every single cell is being shredded inside a meat grinder. Yet miraculously, a split second later, the excruciating torment completely evaporates. I instantly surge back to absolute peak physical condition. Utterly stunned, I quickly inspect my internal energy. The majestic dragon tattoos on my skin blaze with divine golden aura, rapidly healing my battered muscles. The ultimate revelation strikes me like lightning. My indestructible dragon physique. This heaven-defying regeneration erases all violent backlash in seconds. My heart wildly leaps. Wait, does this mean my wrathful frenzy is completely spammable from now on? Suddenly, an unimaginably ravenous wave of starvation violently crashes through my entire being. The sacred Taotie beast is absolutely famished. My stomach violently twists into excruciating knots. Instantly, the leftover dragon blood essence that my flesh rejected forcefully surges into my gut. My monstrous devouring ability absolutely consumes every single drop in an instant. The sensation is unmistakable. My physical vessel has evolved to an even more terrifying level. I am completely dumbfounded. Taotie truly has no standards. It devours literally anything. So, how was the test? Tang approaches with the squad. Just look at the combat power meter, Tang commands. General Ardent nervously retrieves the testing device, glances down, and instantly freezes. The group frantically swarms him, their jaws instantly dropping to the floor. The incredibly durable combat meter is completely shattered. Yes, it was merely an entry-level scanner, but a simple bronze ranker should never possess enough destructive force to explode it. Kid, your combat potential shattered the absolute limit. Tang stares dead seriously. Limit breaking? What exactly does that mean? I look genuinely puzzled. Listen closely. Two beasts at the exact same rank? Their hidden talents make their actual combat power completely different. For example, An A-rank talent at Bronze Tier 3 can easily crush a C-rank monster at Bronze Tier 5. That is basic knowledge. Plus, identical talents still clash differently, depending on their battle specialization and equipped combat artifacts. A mere support healer could never survive a pure assault fighter, operating at that exact same power level. True dominance relies on beast jades, weapons, and enhancement serums, but imagine stripping those away, relying entirely on raw, unadulterated strength. That gap between bronze and silver realms, it is an unbreakable barrier. Anyone who shatters that wall earns the legendary title of Limit Breaker. Forcing that breakthrough with fancy weapons or chemical serums, that is completely meaningless and does not count. True awakening demands shattering that threshold, using nothing but your own flesh and terrifying aura. Just look at Celeste. She peaked at Black Iron Tier 10, yet she slaughtered a Bronze Tier 1 monster. That is the essence of true limit breaking. But you? A mere Bronze Tier 1 rookie, yet your explosive aura just annihilated, an S-rank catastrophe sitting at Silver Tier 1. Defying the heavens to this terrifying degree? In all my years, I have never witnessed such an absolute monster. Tang inhales sharply, visibly shaken. About 8 years ago at the Global Academy War, Zayn fought at Gold Tier 7 and obliterated a Diamond Tier SS prodigy from the Beacon Nation. That clash shook the planet. Yet you casually eclipse Zayn's peak legend, barely stepping into bronze, but already clashing with Silver Tier gods. What kind of freakish anomaly are you? Tang locks onto me, his gaze burning with fanatical hunger. This man founded a colossal technology empire. If I lacked my supreme national prodigy status, he would definitely dissect me for science. Ice-cold dread crawls down my spine. His predatory stare is screaming danger. I force a confident smile. So, Senior Tang, how would you rate my little battle display? Ethan blinks away his madness, snapping back to reality with a deep, thoroughly impressed and unmistakable nod. Absolutely peerless. I have evaluated countless geniuses, yet not a single soul rivals your talent, let alone breathes the same air as you. A devious grin spreads across my face as a brilliant scheme forms. Oh really? I had no clue Senior valued my potential so highly. Then surely such a legendary senior Python owes this junior a handsome reward. Everyone freezes. They cannot believe I actually demanded a bribe. Ethan had encountered shameless scavengers before, but this level of arrogant extortion? That is absolutely unprecedented. What exactly are you plotting to take? His expression turns dangerously dark. I just rub my chin, smirking playfully. Ashton Corporation already pledged 20 million, alongside the divine blood essence and beast core, from a gold tier fire spirit ancient tree, plus 1,000 bronze beast carcasses. I am perfectly stocked on premium gear. But those bronze tier monster bodies? I desperately need a massive supply. I was hoping you could sponsor me. I flash my most innocent, desperately greedy puppy eyes. Ethan nearly suffers a brain aneurysm. 3,000. I will ship them immediately. My heart races with pure joy. Wait, what if I refund the 20 million for 5,000 carcasses instead? He draws a heavy, exhausted breath, scrutinizing my absolute audacity with narrowed eyes, before finally giving a very reluctant nod. Deal. Commander Quinn and Governor Roland twitch violently, their jaws practically hitting the floor. You absolute lunatic. This kid's sheer audacity defies the heavens, openly extorting the legendary Tang. Even in their wildest dreams, they would never dare attempt such suicide. Lord Tang, please forgive his youthful ignorance. Commander Quinn panics, scrambling to de-escalate the tension. Do not bother. Ethan interrupts him coldly. True prodigies should possess a fierce, rebellious spirit. Rebellious spirit? Quinn's mind completely short-circuits. You consider that extortion a fierce spirit? Isn't he just being a greedy opportunist? That was literal daylight robbery. Supreme power truly grants supreme privilege. If any average mortal tried that stunt, Ethan would have obliterated their skull before they even finished speaking. Who dares to bargain with a living legend? Meanwhile, my eyes curve into delightful crescents. I am riding an absolute high right now. Taotie's second evolution phase, the 10,000 beast trial, demands exactly 10,000 bronze tier monster corpses, slaughtering that many alone would take centuries. But with 6,000 perfectly secured, my remaining target is only 4,000 left to hunt. The crushing burden vanishes in a heartbeat. Shortly after, Ashton Corporation faithfully delivers every single legendary resource, not missing a single item. Tang finally departs for the imperial capital, yet mysteriously stations General Ardent in Shanghai under the guise of regional protection. But Quinn instantly sees through this facade. It is my personal bodyguard detail. Ethan is terrified that within these 10 days, this chaotic little monster might accidentally trigger another apocalyptic disaster. Safely inside my apartment, I am vibrating with pure excitement. I reveal the blazing blood essence and crystal core belonging to the legendary fire spirit ancient tree. A gold tier catastrophe, officially rated B-class in the registry. These flame-born demons thrive in massive colonies, and every colony bows to one absolute sovereign, the fire god ancient tree king. And its burning heart is the ultimate divine catalyst required to forge the flowing flame scorching heart serum. My eyes blaze scanning the beast registry. The legendary flowing flame scorching heart serum, the absolute peak of luxury any bronze rank beast tamer could ever dream of. It burns away impurities, completely reforging a beast physique and spiritual energy pathways. A bronze ranker using this would shatter limits every 3 days and evolve every 7. Terrifyingly fast. However, this miraculous elixir is completely impossible to buy. Its main catalyst, the fire god ancient tree heart, is practically a myth. The Tree King is a terrifying diamond rank anomaly, hiding in the deadliest ancient ruins. Only a lunatic hunts a diamond beast for a bronze potion. But that is not my problem. A wicked smirk crosses my face. I dial my phone. General Ardan, we have a situation. Just a tiny favor. Seconds later, the call ends, and I rub my hands together devilishly. Why forge powerful connections if you never exploit them? Pure foolishness. General Ardan will fetch my prize while I cultivate. Laughing wildly, I shatter the essence and swallow the core. 1 hour passes. Boom! Crimson flames erupt across the chamber as my spiritual pressure skyrockets. Bronze rank 3, completely mastered. Meanwhile, outside Shanghai province, a 30-meter crimson giant obliterates the wasteland. A massive forest of burning bronze rank demonic trees blocks his path. At the core stands a titanic wooden behemoth, its massive canopy blazing with apocalyptic red flames. It looks like an angry god of fire, the legendary fire god ancient tree king. Mr. Tang ordered me to guard Shanghai province, yet here I am, playing fetch for a teenager. General Ardan massages his temples in complete disbelief. I told him I had a terminal illness curable only by this tree heart, and he actually fell for it. He crossed half the continent before realizing it was a total scam. That brat is too cunning. General Ardan grumbles, yet his speed never drops. He throws a devastating punch. Smash! The sheer shockwave instantly turns countless burning trees into worthless sawdust. This flaming tree king might be an absolute nightmare, but facing a purple jade general, it is just dead wood. Bam! One strike completely obliterates the diamond beast. Snatching the glowing core, General Ardan turns to leave. Suddenly, a catastrophic tremor shakes the horizon. Thump, thump. It beats like ancient war drums, fracturing the earth beneath his heavy boots. Wait, those are not drums. That is a monstrous heartbeat. An overwhelming presence awakened nearby. A golden jade rank terror. What in the world? Swearing loudly, the general flees instantly toward the fortress. Crash! An apocalyptic golden jade aura completely swallows the sky and shatters the wasteland. From the ruined abyss, a shadow dwarfing a mountain range emerges. Wait, that is no abandoned city. It is a titanic mutated fungus. Glowing spores rain down like shooting stars, bathing the world in eerie blue. Everything those spores touch dissolves instantly, melting down into raw, untamed origin energy. The Leviathan swallows the energy whole. This nightmare sits at the absolute pinnacle of the beast registry. An ultimate fusion monster, born from an S-rank tyrant king and an S-rank devouring mushroom. The double S-rank city devouring beast. The new moon beast tide officially triggered its first catastrophic wave. General Ardan freezes in sheer terror. This monstrosity definitely wields the absolute power of Golden Jade rank Tier 10. Serving as the Tide Vanguard, it leads an endless ocean of bloodthirsty demonic creatures. Piercing that swarm to strike the leader? Pure suicide. Heavens above, mere eye contact could vaporize me instantly. Sprinting like a madman, the general narrowly escapes back behind the safety of the fortress walls. Peering from the high battlements, his blood runs cold. Even from miles away, the fungal titan horrifying silhouette dominates everything. Initial wave, secondary surge, absolute peak, until the final doomsday flood completely annihilates everything in its path. Defensive lines crumble into dust. Hellfire will scorch the earth completely bare. When these 4 catastrophic stages end, the body count will be unimaginable. Meanwhile, deep inside the Daxia central domain, at the legendary academy that protected the Empire since its very dawn. Daxia University strikes its warning bell. The deafening chime shatters the silence, echoing destiny across the realm. The catastrophic new moon beast tide has arrived. Daxia University drops a bombshell announcement. The freshman entrance exams will commence 10 days early. The frontline ruins are your new testing grounds. Every candidate must instantly enlist. You will fight as raw recruits, clawing your way up entirely through battlefield merit. The second this fierce decree drops, it blazes across all 36 domains and 72 provinces of Daxia instantly. Seismic shockwaves rock the entire nation. The terrifying update consumes every city, leaving aspiring Daxia University candidates absolutely paralyzed with bone-chilling despair. Daxia's most legendary academy is also its absolute deadliest. They actually twisted a life-or-death monster siege into a brutal baptism of blood for mere rookies. Such terrifying arrogance. Meanwhile, inside the imperial capital's lavish Qin estate, this early deployment guarantees a hellish difficulty surpassing all previous records. Madame Frost adjusts her son Ren's collar, her tone dripping with calculated menace. Yet immense danger always breeds extraordinary opportunity. Claim glory in this slaughter, and your military destiny will be forged upon an absolutely unbreakable foundation. Your three uncles command elite military factions. They will shower you with every possible tactical advantage. You must execute merely two objectives. Her gaze snaps upward, flashing with pure, undisguised venom. First, seize the supreme crown. Second, slaughter Mo. Do not fail. Backed by our mighty elders, my victory is totally guaranteed. Ren sneers with overwhelming arrogance. Madame Frost nods, though a faint shadow of anxiety haunts her face. She pivots, glaring at 9 shadow-draped assassins standing rigidly nearby. She commands, "Protect the young master with your very souls." Am I clear? Absolutely, madam. The 9 elites bow with profound reverence, particularly you, Reed. Her freezing glare pierces the young vanguard standing at the helm. Remember who forged your worthless existence. Reed lowers his head, his hollow eyes completely devoid of human warmth. The Qin clan is my sole master. My heart will stop beating long before the young master's ever does. He is their supreme SS rank awakened prodigy, a street orphan molded into the Qin family's most devastating, unquestioning phantom blade. March forward, Ren. The imperial capital awaits the glorious echoes of your total triumph. She dismisses him. Ren marches his deadly 9-man squad from the grand estate, speeding directly toward the capital's massive warp gate. Shielded by elite university vanguards, it remains the lone gateway to absolute warfare. Within the transport, a breathtakingly vicious beauty waits in silence. Clad in sleek, tactical combat gear, her fierce aura is instantly recognizable to anyone. This is Vera, the fallen star who fled Qinghai in absolute disgrace. Tired of waiting, Ren smirks ruthlessly, pure lethal intent boiling within his gaze. Judgment Day is here. Mo, for shattering my father's pride, I will drain your veins dry. Vera snarls bitterly, her stunning face twisting into pure, icy wrath. He imprisoned my father and banished my bloodline. If I fail to carve out his heart, I disgrace my very name. Their furious gazes lock together, 2 vengeful souls, deeply obsessed with orchestrating my brutal execution during this perilous entrance trial. Far away in Shanghai province. Mo, locked and loaded? Always. Stepping outside, I meet Celeste's sparkling gaze and flash a cheeky grin. Can a frail black iron rank like you even survive this bloodbath? Celeste shoots me a playful glare. Watch me! And whoever said I was still stuck at black iron, you arrogant jerk? Tossing her fierce high ponytail, she marches forward. Let us ride. We vault into the armored military rover, tearing toward the mystical warp gate. However, deep within the capital's central ward, the 3 infamous Wang brothers lie paralyzed, soaking in absolute pathetic despair. The legendary trial just ignited, and my 8 shattered ribs are screaming. I am completely immobilized. Crusher groans, his spirit utterly crushed. You call that misery? Both my legs are pulverized dust. I am crippled. Fang Wang and Crusher lock deeply miserable stares. Their pathetic faces twist with supreme regret, slowly glancing toward the silent patient trapped in the center bed. Their youngest, Flare, remains completely comatose. Zayn's brutal beatdown put him to sleep for 4 agonizing days, showing 0 signs of waking. In this hilarious twist of fate, the arrogant Wang trio totally missed the single legendary trial meant to forge their destinies. Celeste and I pierce through the spatial rift, instantly materializing right at the chaotic edge of the frontline military fortress. Prodigies from all 36 domains and 72 provinces swarm their assigned rally zones. The absolute epicenter for Daxia's finest is grounded right here, deep in the central battlefield. Celeste. As the teleportation light fades, a bright voice shatters the silence. A petite girl, barely 1.5 meters tall, sprints right at us. She wears pristine white stockings, topped with delicate lace bows. Despite her tiny stature, her energetic strides capture everyone's attention instantly. Mia? What in the world brings you to the Daxia Academy trials? I thought your father already secured your seat at Monster Academy. Celeste blinks in pure shock as the girl tackles her. No way I am attending that trash heap. I am going to Daxia with you. Mia clings to Celeste's arm, her pout weapons grade. Did your old man actually sign off on this madness? Who cares about that geezer's opinion? He absolutely cannot hold me back. Mia tosses her hair, radiating sheer rebellious energy. Suddenly, she pivots and scans me from head to toe. Sparkles ignite in her eyes. Oh my goodness, Celeste. Who is this absolute heartthrob? Hold on, is this Mo? Mia gasps dramatically, slapping both hands over her mouth. Her face practically screams pure disbelief. You are the legendary Triple S rank Awakened, Master Zayn's hand-picked prodigy. The exact same guy our Celeste vowed to marry. Unbelievable. My eye twitches awkwardly. She had me until that utterly deranged final sentence. Seriously, why are all of Celeste's friends completely out of their minds? Suzu is a walking exaggeration, but Mia operates without a single verbal filter. Thank heavens Celeste is somewhat grounded in reality. Before my mental spiral finishes, a sharp smack echoes through the air. Celeste ruthlessly flicks Mia right on the forehead. Ouch! What was that for? Mia whimpers, rubbing her head. Shut your trap right now. Who asked for your commentary? Celeste's face burns crimson red, a perfect storm of panic and rage. Marry him? That is utter garbage. Hey, you stragglers over there. Form up immediately. Interrupting their chaotic squabble, a Daxia Academy instructor waves brightly from a distance. We all turn toward the cheerful voice. Massive patrol beasts stalk the perimeter of the Daxia domain outpost. Near the towering wall, a bespectacled youth waits. Posing as a harmless scholar, he stands atop massive wooden crates, distributing items to the sea of nervous candidates. Stop dawdling, let us move, Celeste orders, dragging us toward the eccentric instructor. Greetings, Mo. I am Mia of the Imperial Capital's prestigious Tang family. She flashes a dazzling smile, offering her hand. Hey there, Mo from Shanghai province. Celeste literally never stops talking about you. Ouch. Mid-sentence, Mia hops away like a startled rabbit, glaring at a blushing Celeste. Do not test my limits, Celeste. Try kicking me again, and I swear I will. You will do what? Celeste smirks. I will bawl my eyes out. Her tough facade crumbles into absolute baby tears. I stifle a chuckle. It is exactly like the viral internet proverb. She punched a titanium wall and shattered her own knuckles. We finally arrive at the assembly point. The bespectacled instructor flails his arms with theatrical flair. Settle down, everyone. Silence. I am your supreme exam overseer today, and the almighty admissions director of Daxia Academy. Breathtaking, is it not? A mere 30 years old and already wielding such ultimate power. He slaps his chest, practically fishing for massive applause. The crowd of anxious teenagers erupts into snickers. Fine, settle down. Enough playing around. He waves dismissively. Check your supplies. You have a merit tracker and an emergency survival pill. See them? Excellent. This divine medicine will shield your life in the wastelands. Consume it immediately, or risk utter annihilation. Do not dare claim I withheld fair warning. His ominous words linger in the air. Panic ripples through the crowd as hopefuls desperately swallow the crimson medicine. Meanwhile, I simply stare at the pill resting in my palm. Teot's divine passive awakens within me. My gaze pierces reality, revealing the very molecular truth of the item. And the terrifying truth? This miraculous survival capsule is actually compacted mud mixed with disgusting insect feces. Yet glancing around, a massive wave of clueless candidates has already gulped down the absolute garbage. Splendid. You all consumed it. A chillingly bright smile stretches across the examiner's face, but then the atmosphere shatters. His goofy scholar mask shatters into dust. A predatory, bone-freezing aura erupts, suffocating the entire courtyard. Ice races down our spines. The man grins like a demon, his voice dripping with pure malice. So, to all the foolish lambs who consumed the survival medicine, I bear tragic news. You are all instantly disqualified. Disqualified? Wait, why? You literally ordered us to eat it. This is absolute madness. Are you playing games with our futures? The courtyard explodes into a tempest of furious, desperate screams. Peering down from his crates, the instructor chuckles darkly, eyes swimming in utter disgust. I tell you to swallow trash, and you blindly obey like sheep? If I ordered your death, would you blindly obey? Wake up to reality, fools. This is the absolute vanguard. We border the monster ruins. Hell could break loose here at any given second. Those ancient ruins breed monsters built for absolute deception. What if I was a shapeshifter hunting you down? I call myself a Daxia University instructor, and you blindly swallow it. No questions asked. You even ate absolute garbage without a second thought. Newsflash, rookies. Your brutal trial started the second your boots hit this bloody dirt. You have been tested all along. That so-called miracle elixir, it is just literal mud. Utterly worthless trash. His icy glare aggressively sweeps over the trembling crowd. Now, raise those mud balls to the sky if you still hold them. Only a handful of survivors bravely raise their fists. Celeste and Mia Tang stand proud. Heh, highly impressive. His chilling voice echoes once again. You have exactly 1 minute. Keep your mud ball until time completely expires, and you pass. The atmosphere instantly shatters. Countless bloodthirsty glares lock onto the prime targets. 60 seconds. This is not an exam. It is a brutal battle royale. Predatory hunger violently ignites across the entire battlefield. Crimson aura explodes. A competitor morphs into a giant bloodbat, violently dive-bombing a terrified student still holding their mud ball. The absolute chaos unleashes as the remaining horde violently charges forward. Awakened monstrous forms violently erupt everywhere, hunting the ultimate prize. Naturally, our trio instantly becomes the most hunted prey. Over 12 monstrous predators fiercely roar, launching a devastating ambush straight at us. Stay back, all of you. You dare challenge my sacred territory? Prepare to face absolute destruction. Mia boldly steps up, shielding our bodies. Her fierce aura detonates like a massive sonic shockwave. What legendary power did she awaken? I wonder, completely captivated. Just watch the magic unfold. Celeste smirks knowingly. Boom! A blinding storm of majestic violet energy completely consumes Mia. A single heartbeat later, a colossal, breathtaking violet butterfly dominates the sky. Its dual wings pulse with terrifying, shadowy mystery. Behold, Mia's SS rank absolute terror. The Black Thunder Shadow Butterfly? She already holds bronze rank 6 combat mastery, Celeste proudly reveals. Before the explanation truly finishes, the gargantuan butterfly violently blasts forward, transforming into a lethal streak of dark lightning. The violet wing dictates flawless, pure speed, while the pitch-black wing unleashes apocalyptic thunder judgment. Mia is not just a lightning-fast speed striker. She also wields the terrifying blessing of absolute wind. Every butterfly-type warrior is born to command the raging gales. Both monstrous wings violently flap in perfect sync. Devastating black lightning shreds the heavens, roaring fiercely alongside a world-breaking hurricane. Gale and lightning fuse perfectly, birthing an apocalyptic tornado. The shrieking storm and thunderous explosions utterly shatter eardrums. Even the ruthless instructor perched high above, witnessing this legendary spectacle, is forcefully compelled to flinch in sheer awe. Kaboom! A devastating explosion completely obliterates the vanguard. Over 12 attackers violently crash back to their human forms, midair, completely knocked out cold. An absolute flawless one-hit massacre. Utterly mind-blowing. The adorable tiny Mia secretly wields godlike, overwhelmingly terrifying combat devastation. Heh, did you see that? Your girl is absolutely legendary, right? Reverting to human, Mia proudly thumps her chest, looking at us while practically begging for our worship. Magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Our supreme Miss Mia reigns purely victorious. Celeste applauds wildly, bursting into totally joyful laughter. Suddenly, the earth violently ruptures. A hidden predator rockets from the dirt, lunging directly for Mia's blind spot. At long last, a fatal opening. An iron armor burrowing beast. His arms spin like deadly lethal drills. Monstrous eyes blaze with greedy victory. Only 3 agonizing seconds remain on the clock. If I crush this girl and snatch her prize, absolute survival is finally mine. His treacherous plan is flawless. He violently accelerates to maximum killer velocity, aiming a ruthless death blow at her spine. Mia, dodge! Celeste screams in pure terror. But at this lethal range, transformation is totally impossible. Yet in that desperate split second, a guardian shadow erupts beside her, slicing forward like an unsheathed legendary sword. My indestructible dragon body violently awakens. Blinding golden fire detonates from my very soul, illuminating the battlefield. A vicious war cry rips from my lungs. Beneath it, the ancient, soul-shattering roar of a true dragon shakes the very heavens. Foolish trash. A squishy human daring to clash with me? Begging for death, the beast sneers, eyes dripping with lethal arrogance. His monstrous form is an S-rank armored juggernaut, boasting a terrifying bronze rank, 3 battle power. His physical defense is absolute perfection. Almost nothing in his tier can scratch him. Yet a mere human charges completely barehanded. Yet in a flash, I appear before it. A blinding wave of golden aura descends, crushing down like a falling mountain peak. The monster's face twists in sheer terror. How could this brat hold such monstrous power? He was meant to be mere prey. Dragon War strike, I whisper coldly. My elbow, surging with devastating force, slams ruthlessly into the creature's chest. Boom, crack. Aura erupts on impact, and the piercing echo of shattered armor echoes across the field. The beast freezes in absolute shock. Its ultimate defense, completely obliterated by mere human flesh. Impossible. Its eyes bulge in disbelief, refusing to accept this brutal reality. Yet before it can react, its massive body rockets backward like a cannonball, crashing into the fortress wall 10 meters away, instantly knocked out cold. Time is up. The bespectacled proctor clicks his stopwatch with chilling precision. Dead silence falls over the arena. Countless eyes lock onto me like I am the real anomaly. What kind of freak is he? He destroyed an S-rank beast's ultimate armor with a single barehanded strike. Completely unfazed, I casually stroll back to Celeste, dusting off my sleeve before looking at Mia. You alright? Mia just stares, entirely wide-eyed. She gapes like a fish, totally speechless from the shock. Okay, you can blink now. This is completely normal for him. Celeste gently pats the girl's head, though a hidden spark of fierce rivalry ignites within her own chest. His power surged again. Impressive. Seems this batch actually has some hidden gems. The glass is wearing proctor claps in absolute delight. Let us count. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Welcome to the Survivor Circle. As of now, you are officially enlisted military recruits, earning the right to face the true trial. However, let me be brutally honest. Among the elites, enlisted recruits are just foot soldiers. Or, more accurately, pure cannon fodder. He flashes a dangerously sharp grin. I am Mr. Mack, admissions director for Daxia University. Now, scale that fortress wall. Your ultimate nightmare awaits at the summit. Try not to die. He dramatically bows with absolute mock politeness. The surviving candidates simply twitch in collective disgust. What an absolute scam artist. Trailing behind the pack, I begin my ascent up the colossal ramparts. Glancing over my shoulder halfway up, I spot a brand new flock of clueless lambs arriving. Mr. Mack immediately switches back to his harmless persona, flawlessly repeating his twisted little initiation game on them. A smirk escapes me. This proctor is utterly shameless. I shift my gaze back to the path. Stepping onto the peak, the sheer apocalyptic horror of the new moon beasttide violently crashes into our vision for the very first time. More fresh meat, 31 souls, slightly better survival rate than the previous squad. A haggard older man, sporting panda-like eye bags of pure exhaustion, drifts toward us like a walking zombie. Congrats on surviving the warm-up. You are now glorious recruits. God, I am so utterly sleep-deprived right now. He rips a soul-crushing yawn, seemingly ready to collapse on the concrete, continuously grumbling to his own tired shadow. I am Ye Buxing, Mr. Doze, an instructor at Daxia University. If you somehow survive this bloodbath, we might actually meet again. Anyway, enough chatter. My life force is actively draining away. Why did management drag me into this horrible proctor duty? I desperately crave my mattress. Is there a decent place to nap around here? Witnessing his aura of utter despair and relentless complaining hits me with profound nostalgia. This was literally my exact reflection in my past life. A shattered corporate slave forced into unpaid overtime by an evil boss, flawlessly identical. His radiating depression is thicker than demonic miasma. Thank heavens I escaped the corporate grind in this new timeline. Mr. Doze, I silently offer you 0.1 seconds of pity. A cocky smirk creeps up my face. Mr. Doze completely misses my smug reaction. He stifles another yawn, droning on lazily. See those merit trackers gripping your wrists? Guard them with your life. This is no simulation. It is absolute war. Every single monster slaughtered instantly converts into merit. Those points are far beyond simple test scores. They are the golden tickets to advancing through the military ranks. Typically, accumulating just one single point upgrades your pathetic status into a recognized full soldier. Instantly, an arrogant recruit scoffs loudly. Just 1 point? That sounds like child's play. Is it now? Mr. Doze sluggishly raises an eyebrow. I forgot to mention, slain black iron beasts grant absolutely 0 points. Meanwhile, hunting bronze ranks yields exactly 0.1 merit. Even slaughtering 10 bronze ranks barely scrapes together 0.9. Simply put, to forge 1 complete merit, you must annihilate at least 1 silver-ranked nightmare. Meaning, until you hold the overwhelming power to execute a silver-tier monster, you have absolutely 0 right to call yourselves soldiers. Mr. Doze smiles with a dark, chilling amusement. Still think a single merit point comes cheap? The loudmouth candidate instantly bites his tongue. His face shifts from pale to sickening green. Easy? Not a chance. These regulations are totally merciless. Unless you slaughter a silver-tier beast, a mountain of bronze corpses will not earn you a single point. How could fresh high school graduates ever survive a silver-tier monster? Earning military merit is a wild gamble. It is either a total nightmare or an absolute breeze. Mr. Doze scratches his messy hair, looking completely lost. Just how much military merit do I actually hold? I honestly forgot. Let me check. He lazily taps his merit device, and a glowing string of digits projects right in front of the stunned crowd. Everyone's eyes snap wide open. A collective gasp tears through the air. 38,765.7. Those digits place him straight in the realm of a supreme military general. Oh right, I remember now. I kicked a general off the rankings just last month. A sharp memory is truly wonderful. Too bad my mind is completely blank. He ruffles his absolute bird nest of a hairstyle, looking like he literally just woke up. Every candidate stares back, completely stunned, awestruck, and utterly speechless. This sleepy guy is an actual military general, a genuine, elite commander of the armed forces, and he casually showed up to supervise their basic exam. Is this the insane standard for Daxia University staff? Just look at his lazy, half-asleep, totally unbothered attitude. Who would ever guess he stands among the 108 mighty generals? Alright, enough chit-chat. Mr. Doze points lazily toward the massive rampart edge. Take a leap down there. That is when your real trial officially starts. The teens follow his finger and stare outward. Beyond the towering wall lies a boundless, terrifying, and utterly merciless wasteland. Thick ash chokes the bleeding sky. Endless waves of colossal monsters stampede across the broken earth. Hefting rustids, horrifying nightmares of every shape shriek and roar, clashing in a savage, blood-drenched war against human warriors. It feels like the dark age of primordial chaos is back. What is that? A frightened candidate screams out, his face completely drained of color, pointing toward the distant horizon. Piercing through the dark clouds, a titanic black fortress slowly phases into reality. That is the mastermind behind this lunar monster wave. The double S-tier calamity known as the city-devouring Leviathan. Mr. Doze stares up at that shadowy citadel hiding in the storm, and even his endless, sleepy expression instantly turns deadly serious. Do not panic just yet. This is only the vanguard force. That boss-level nightmare will not strike right now. That calamity requires the legendary masters of the 4 sacred orders, or a supreme military war king just to hold it back. Its absolute terror literally knows no bounds. His heavy warning sinks in as the teens exchange nervous glances. One by one, blinding awakening auras erupt from their trembling bodies. They shift into their combat forms and dive off the fortress, plunging straight into the chaotic bloodbath waiting down below. Right as I prepare to leap, an explosive roar shatters the air from behind. General Doze, grab that reckless kid. Thundering across the massive wall charges a gigantic crimson ape, kicking up a massive dust storm. The reinforced stone ramparts practically earthquake beneath its furious sprint. Mr. Doze blinks his tired eyes, then lazily shoots his hand out, snatching my collar a split second before I fall. He raises a curious eyebrow. What is your deal, rookie? How in the world did you make General Ardent so incredibly angry? Made it just in the nick of time. I almost ran my legs off. General Ardent blasts into the sky, shifting midair into a middle-aged warrior decked in blazing red armor. He crashes down heavily right into my path. You sneaky little mastermind. You totally scammed me into risking my neck for a fire god ancient tree core. I almost died out there in that cursed wasteland. He angrily stomps over, smashing a glass vial right into my palm. The liquid inside swirls like bubbling magma. Mr. Tang's custom flowing flame scorching heart serum, delivered exactly as promised. You are an absolute menace to society, kid. Thanks a million, General Ardent, and please pass my deepest gratitude to Mr. Tang. My eyes shine brilliantly, barely hiding my wild excitement. Do not thank me yet. I still cannot wrap my head around your crazy stunt. Oh, I will absolutely die without a fire god ancient tree core. Seriously, what kind of massive idiot actually falls for a sob story like that? He freezes mid-sentence. A shocking realization hits him like a truck. He was that massive idiot. Whatever, just forget it. Take your stupid potion. Vice Captain Zayn and Mr. Tang are banking their absolute highest hopes on your potential. Give this battlefield hell. Evolve into a full-fledged military warrior before this brutal test ends. General Ardent slams a heavy, encouraging hand on my shoulder. Inside his head, however, he is already calculating his next grand scheme for the moment I graduate. He plans to pull major strings, forcing a transfer to his elite squad. Then I will be trapped dancing to his crazy tune forever. You can count on it, I say. Before the words fully leave my grinning lips, I pop the cork, throw my head back, and chug the bubbling magma in a single gulp. What the heck? Who told you to swallow the whole bottle at once? Find a safe zone and absorb that crazy power slowly. General Ardent's face drains into a terrifying shade of pale. A pillar of blinding crimson aura erupts from my chest, shooting straight into the roaring heavens. Taotie's second legendary trial. It is finally mine. I flash a wild grin. The monster sacrifices from Ethan Tang and Director Ashton are fully absorbed, rocketing my beast kill count straight past 60 million. The remaining power must be seized through absolute carnage. A world-shattering roar rips the sky apart. During my awakening, crimson aura erupts like a tsunami from the towering ramparts. Bronze tier, rank 6. Perfect. Boom, I raise my legendary spear, Heaven Devourer. Leaping from the summit, I smash into the monster wave like a descending god of war. Wait, where is Mo? We leaped at the exact same second. How did he vanish so fast? Celeste and Mia finally touch down, exchanging utterly bewildered, deeply confused glances. We descended simultaneously, yet the instant their boots hit earth, I was a ghost. Suddenly, a monstrous shriek violently shatters the silence. A massive, mutated reptile shrieks, launching its grotesque body right at the two defenseless girls. Its blood-red tongue lashes out, venomous eyes burning with predatory greed. Watch out. Celeste's beautiful face hardens. Frost aura violently erupts to counter. But crash! A colossal dark battle axe abruptly cleaves the very heavens from above. A mysterious dark shadow drops down. A towering, imposing Minotaur warrior plummets from the sky, a heavy weapon resting on his shoulder, slicing the beast entirely in half with one casual swing. Bronze tier, rank 1 garbage. What an absolute waste of my time. He violently spits upon the ruined earth. Bloodshot eyes gleam with pure arrogance. His monstrous transformation completely fades, revealing his natural human form. A muscular blonde warrior strutting in an unzipped yellow jacket, proudly flexing a chiseled 8-pack. Are you gorgeous girls okay? He flashes a blindingly cocky, pearly white grin. I am Hank. My awakening is an S-class, sky blue python, currently sitting at bronze tier, rank 5. Want to form a party, beauties? His mind races with dirty thoughts. These goddesses are absolute perfection, especially the breathtakingly tall beauty with flowing dark hair, flawless curves, ethereal face, and the tiny girl beside her is incredibly cute. We are not interested. Celeste's tone drops below freezing, practically radiating absolute disdain. Why would we ever join a mere bronze tier rank 5? Come on, girls. These ancient ruins are extremely lethal. Wandering alone is literal suicide. With me, we will conquer this dungeon and survive any sudden deadly ambush. Hank stubbornly blocks their path, desperately pushing his unwanted luck. Suddenly, a shockwave of terrified screams explodes nearby, followed by a chorus of horrified gasps. Good heavens, this kid is an absolute monster. Who is that demon? He is massacring the horde like helpless ants. One scratch from that bloody spear and my fragile soul would instantly shatter. He must absolutely be the supreme overlord of this entire trial. Imagine being in his legendary party. We would completely dominate this brutal war zone. You would just cry while he effortlessly slaughters. Boom! Violent tremors rip through the trembling earth. Ancient forest trees instantly shatter into splinters. Horrific beasts are launched high into the sky, exploding into brutal clouds of crimson mist before hitting earth. A blood-soaked shadow marches relentlessly through the brutal massacre. My crimson spear dances, moving way too fast for any mortal eyes to possibly perceive. One flash of my blade, one guaranteed execution. Absolutely nothing survives my divine strikes. I surge forward like an apocalyptic titan. Everything blocking my path is instantly pulverized. I have single-handedly annihilated this entire combat sector. This sheer power is nightmare fuel. He must be an elite heir from the Imperial capital's legendary ancient bloodlines. Hank watches the Scarlet Grim Reaper approach step by bloody step. His jaw drops in absolute terror. He is impossibly strong. Just his violently overflowing aura is suffocating my lungs. Could he possibly be a double S-class anomaly? No, this divine presence transcends normal limits. Hank freezes in total panic, locking onto the terrifying shadow. Wait, I recognize that fierce aura. A stunned voice pierces the chaos. That is Mo from Shanghai. The legendary triple S-class awakened prodigy. The entire battlefield freezes, turning to stare. What? A triple S-rank deity? Impossible. So that completely explains his godlike combat prowess. Exactly. It finally clicks in my brain. That crimson demon is Mo, the untouchable talent personally handpicked by Lord Zayn himself. The sole master of the triple S rank, 9 Heavens Silver Dragon. Magnificent. He is the ultimate battlefield executioner. We thought we were national prodigies, but standing next to a monstrous deity like him, we are absolute garbage. The audience erupts into worship, yet their chatter is just wind to me. Heaven Devourer continues its flawless, beautiful symphony of death. The TTY mark upon my chest fiercely opens wide. Every mangled carcass, every drop of cursed blood transforms into raw origin energy, instantly devoured by the system. 500 slain, 3,500 left. Over soon. My tone is freezing cold, my murderous aura expanding into a suffocating domain. The surviving mutants finally sense this terrifying, soul-crushing despair in their bones. One after another, the wretched monsters whimper in pure terror, breaking formation and frantically scrambling away. A single coward sparks a massive retreat. Entire waves abandon the fight within seconds. Interesting. So these beasts desperately value their pathetic lives. They experience absolute terror and agonizing pain. How dare they ever call themselves apex predators? A dark chuckle escapes me as I flick the gore off Heaven Devourer. Resting the polearm on my shoulders, I casually approach Celeste's group. Hello there. Hank opens his arrogant mouth to speak, but I stride right past his pathetic existence. Why are you girls just standing there? Let's go, I say, glancing at Celeste and Mia with a casual smirk. We've been waiting for you, obviously. Celeste brushes a stray lock from her forehead, flashing a breathless smile. Mo, you are utterly terrifying. You know that? Mia's eyes practically sparkle with overdramatic worship. She pivots toward Hank, who's still trapped in an absolute daze. Hey, handsome, still want to join our squad? Play the mighty bodyguard? She teases with a wicked grin. I step forward, catching his panic with pure amusement. No. Just kidding. Totally just kidding. Hank waves his hands frantically as cold sweat beads on his forehead, standing face to face with me. He truly feels the crushing weight of my aura. He knows instantly that a single strike from my spear would erase him from existence. I let the tension fade with a small smile and shift the topic entirely. Know any monster hotspots nearby? Hank hesitates, then nods quickly. Yeah, I know one. There's a silver rank alpha beast there. All the surrounding sub-beasts spawn directly from it. He pauses, adding with heavy hesitation. The thing is, someone already claimed it. Whoever they are, their aura is overwhelmingly strong. They chased every other candidate away. Interesting. Who? I raise an eyebrow, my curiosity thoroughly piqued. Ren of the Imperial Capital's Qin clan. Hank answers instantly. Meanwhile, roughly 6 miles from our location, deep within a dense, shadowed forest. So, this is the silver rank alpha beast. Decent. We can easily slaughter it. Ren sneers, clutching a rolled map tightly. 3 specific locations are clearly marked. His 3 military uncles secretly passed him this highly classified intel. The exact coordinates of 3 legendary silver rank alpha beasts. If he slaughters all 3, the massive military merit will skyrocket him completely above every single rival candidate, not only securing the exam's absolute top rank, but instantly crowning him as an official military warrior on the spot. The Vanguard commander hunting this new moon beast is a gold tier rank 3 powerhouse. Furthermore, the fighter assigned is Rex's brother-in-law and Madame Frost's brother, a genuine military general. The backdoor favoritism couldn't be more absolutely blatant. Young master, an intense blood-red energy just surged near the wall. I believe Mo has finally entered the ruins. Vera reports with cold, practiced composure. Huh? Mo, so you finally dared to show your face. Lethal murderous intent erupts in Ren's eyes with a chilling laugh. Once this alpha beast falls, you are my next prey. The ruins monsters follow a strict, brutal hierarchy. Simply put, they are divided into 4 deadly categories: alpha beasts, combat beasts, sub-beasts, and nightmare fusion beasts. Sub-beasts are lesser spawns splitting off from an alpha beast, possessing generally weaker, watered-down combat power. Ranging from black iron to silver rank, they're mere monster legion foot soldiers. But alpha beasts? Silver rank at minimum, with absolutely zero upper limit. They endlessly spawn sub-beasts, serving as terrifying living troop production factories. Fusion beasts are the ultimate terror. Born when powerful monsters merge, they perfectly combine every deadly ability and trait involved. Absolutely unbeatable within their specific tier. The city-devouring beast looming in the dark clouds above is precisely that. A supreme, absolute sovereign monster commander. Beyond these exist vast hordes of solitary combat beasts. Mutated purely for lethal one-on-one slaughter, they are the terrifying shock troopers of the monster army. You lot, move in and lure every single surrounding sub-beast far away from the target. Clear the trash. I will slaughter the alpha beast personally. Ren commands his 9 bodyguards with a dark, heavy tone. All 9 roar in unison. In a blinding flash, they burst forward, shooting toward the alpha beast like unleashed lightning bolts. Vera, guard the perimeter. Do not let a single soul catch us off guard. Ren crouches low in the shadows, tightly gripping his twin crimson flame blades. His elite bodyguards are already clashing violently against endless sub-beast waves, deliberately baiting them away from the alpha beast's nest. One deadly group at a time. A silver rank tier 1. You'll make the perfect sharpening stone for my new blades. Ren smirks, pure bloodlust surging in his eyes. The very next instant, he explodes forward like a blazing meteor, rocketing straight toward the massive alpha beast resting on the cracked earth. Twin blades erupt from their sheaths like searing fire streaks, unleashing devastating, scorching blade aura. The burning force rips the air, slashing viciously down onto the white-boned skull lizard. It jolts, wrenching its massive, masked skull upward in pure alarm. Then it violently spins, weaponizing its enormous tail with absolute bone-crushing force. It hammers down straight at Ren. Transform, 100-split golden scale beast. Ren roars, launching himself high into the sky. Dark gold aura erupts, blazing fiercely across every inch of his body. His body explodes mid-air into a massive 3-meter monstrosity. He becomes a terrifying humanoid beast, pulsing with tiger-like ferocity. Black stripes weave through his dark gold frame, clad in heavy bronze-plated armor. A savage lion's head emerges, crowned by twin dark gold dragon horns. Shimmering dragon scales armor his thick neck layer by layer. This monstrous form perfectly fuses the legendary traits of lion, tiger, and dragon. Had I seen it up close, I'd have known instantly. It was a mirror image of the ancient demonic fiend, Chunki, from my past life. Despite its muddy bloodline, Ren's awakened combat power is absolutely terrifying. This 100-split golden scale beast is an unstoppable force in every category. Its melee combat dominance is unrivaled in its tier. Ren plummets from the sky, his twin crimson blades spinning wildly as he targets the lizard's skull. Die! Boom! The twin blades strike, violently shattering the very earth beneath the devastating impact. His raw combat level has already reached bronze tier rank 10. Thanks to his origin energy serum, Ren's physical limits and sheer strength have spectacularly broken into the silver rank threshold. Paired with those twin crimson flame blades, a basic silver rank tier 1 monster is absolute trash before him. Only an S-rank talent silver beast could survive this. Deep, primal dread flashes across the white-boned skull lizard's hollow eyes. This sudden human invader is overwhelmingly strong. Tossing its head back, it unleashes a deafening, sky-shaking roar, desperately summoning its sub-beasts for backup. But every single sub-beast is trapped, completely suppressed by Ren's 9 elite bodyguards. None can escape! I have won! Arrogant triumph dances in Ren's eyes, but suddenly, a terrifying blood-red streak violently shreds through the quiet forest. It launches from an impossible distance, tearing the air like crimson lightning straight toward Ren. Watch out! Vera's face turns deathly pale as she screams a desperate warning. What? Who dares ambush me? Do you want to die? Ren's face contorts with blinding fury, but time stands still. With zero hesitation, he throws both blades upward, violently clashing against the incoming crimson strike. Boom! The explosive impact is absolutely devastating. Ren is violently blasted backward. He skids over 10 chaotic meters before finally digging his heels in. The deflected blood-red projectile reveals its true form. A demonic, crimson spear. Blood-colored flames roar fiercely along its deadly shaft. Crack! A massive hand tightly snatches the spinning spear mid-air. Boom! I crush the earth beneath my foot and rocket skyward. Channeling the crushing force of rolling thunder, I dive bomb the spear right at Ren's skull. What? You? The second Ren recognizes me. Sheer horror widens his eyes as his soul leaves his body. Mo, I hadn't hunted you down yet, but you dare march straight to your grave? I will annihilate you. Ren shrieks in wild fury. His twin blades become a chaotic storm of slashes, charging head-on. Pathetic trash. I push off lightly, twist midair like a phantom, and bring my heavy spear crashing down again. Instantly, wrathful frenzy detonates at maximum output. Boom! A 30-meter pillar of blood aura erupts around me, while the Heaven Devourer's beast jade blazes with apocalyptic light. 10,000 force and peak frenzied speed instantly shatter their absolute limits at the exact same moment. My spear's velocity wildly multiplies, exploding to nearly 10 times its original devastating speed. Every single thrust carries enough world-breaking power to shatter mountains. Impossible. How? Raw, suffocating panic violently floods Ren's trembling eyes. How is he this monstrously strong? How can any human possess this divine power? No, impossible. He just caught me off guard. He cowardly ambushed me. If I were prepared, I'd never lose. That must be the truth. He screams wildly in pathetic, desperate defiance. His trembling hands swing his blades wildly, hopelessly reduced to blocking my endless barrage. Yet my relentless tsunami of spear strikes shatters his defense. His hands go numb, hot blood oozing through his cracked fingers. Does screaming louder increase your power level? I mock him with a cold laugh, violently twisting my spear shaft sideways. A sharp snap breaks his guard, blasting both blades away. Gripping the shaft tightly, I execute a flawless spin and bury a devastating kick straight into Ren's exposed chest. Boom! Ren's broken body rockets backward like a fired cannonball, obliterating trees dozens of meters away. All 9 elite bodyguards turn ghost white instantly. Fall back. Retreat immediately. Protect the young master. Reed, their squad leader, reads the fatal situation in a heartbeat. Without a shred of hesitation, he commands the absolute retreat. Vera drops into the shadows, silently fleeing into the far distance. Resting my heavy spear on my shoulder, I watch these pathetic cowards scramble for their lives, shaking my head in pure disgust. If you are pathetic, go train. If you fear defeat, stay hidden. This is a brutal battlefield, not your cozy family garden. You require an entire bodyguard squad just to breathe outside air. My advice? Crawl back home and drink your mother's milk. My chillingly calm voice slices through the dense forest, piercing straight into Ren's humiliated ears with absolute, terrifying clarity. Ren completely loses his mind to blinding fury, attempting a suicidal charge, but Reed ruthlessly pins him down. Vera, hurry! We must find a safe haven to heal the young master. Mo is a certified monster, we must strategize. Mo, I swear upon my life, I will slaughter you, I will end you. Deep within the shadowed forest, Ren howls in pure madness. His inner fury shatters all restraints. The blazing agony in his chest only fuels his roaring flames. Young master, please restrain yourself. Reed desperately pins him down, pleading for reason. Smack! A vicious backhand strikes him. The brutal strike violently snaps Reed's head. Pathetic. Every single one of you is absolute trash. 9 elite guards, yet none dared to raise a blade against Mo. Are you truly that terrified? Reed silently wipes away his blood, his eyes utterly empty. A crimson mark burns on his cheek, yet he remains perfectly quiet. Vera, our master's wounds are critical. Heal him immediately. Nodding, Vera summons her aura. A majestic, glowing jade spirit deer materializes, shining brilliantly. Comforting, radiant life force pours seamlessly into his shattered body. Slumping against an ancient trunk, Ren clutches his chest. He gasps in agony, realizing that final strike completely crushed 3 ribs. Soul-crushing pain leaves his entire frame violently trembling. That absolute scum, ambushing me during my sacred hunt. Utterly shameless cowardice, a fitting trick for a pathetic gutter rat. Ren hisses through gritted teeth, his expression warped by sheer malice. Yet, pushing past his blinding rage, he admits that surprise attack caught him entirely defenseless. From that moment on, he was brutally suppressed at every turn. His legendary Crimson Flame Blade art, his ultimate trump card, remained totally sealed. In an honorable duel from the absolute beginning, victory could have shifted. Yes, his true power rivals mine. Not exactly. That bastard Mo wasn't alone. Celeste from the Xia clan, Mia of Tanglin, and some mysterious warrior stood right beside him. Each of them wields terrifying strength. Engaging now means endless bloodshed, and delaying your crucial healing carries a fatal price. Furthermore, we are barely scratching the surface of this deadly trial. Countless hidden monsters still lurk, including peerless prodigies from the remaining 5 great clans. If we wage total war against Mo now, our mutual destruction will merely hand the ultimate crown to someone else. Reed's logic rings with icy clarity. Ren's terrifying glare darkens, yet his roars fade as he tightly balls his fists, knuckles turning bone white. The moment I ascend to silver rank, I swear, I will personally shatter his miserable life. Blood debts piled upon old sins. Mo, our fated clash demands a corpse, and it certainly won't be mine. Watching his master, Reed hides a deeply exhausted sigh. This spoiled heir has been treated like absolute royalty since birth. Spoiled by a world that endlessly bowed to his every whim, his blind arrogance poisons him to the very core. If his foolish pride continues, this reckless vendetta will definitely spell his doom. Yet, what power does Reed actually possess? Born from the absolute shadows, he is merely a shackled assassin of the Shia clan, entirely powerless to command his master. His sole purpose is to stand as the final, bleeding shield between this arrogant heir and certain death. Young master, upon your recovery, we must strike the other hidden zones. Let us aggressively stockpile our battle merits first. Vera gently wipes the grime from Ren's furious face, while her own sharp, cunning schemes quietly turn within her mind. If she successfully seduces him during this brutal trial, she might ultimately secure her throne as the future mistress of the Imperial Qin clan. That divine status would rewrite her entire destiny. Her father liberated by noble influence, granting her the absolute power to exact brutal revenge. She must latch onto him desperately. He represents her only salvation. Fine. Nodding, vicious killing intent blazes within Ren's eyes. Mo, just you wait. I'll completely destroy you. He violently snatches Vera's cloth, forces himself upright, and mercilessly tosses it away like literal garbage, not sparing a single glance. Marching deeper into the ominous woods, his guards frantically follow. Wait, Mo! How did you move so incredibly fast? You were leagues away! You vanished before our eyes could even blink. Reverting to human shape, Celeste, Mia, and Hank finally close the massive distance. Mia eagerly skips ahead, her eyes gleaming with wild curiosity. Where did those cowards vanish to? Where's Ren? Long gone, I reply coldly. That tiny clash revealed everything I needed. I have completely seen through his strength. Just a pathetic, pampered greenhouse flower. Flashy techniques, entirely useless in a deathmatch. Absolutely nothing more. Seriously? You just effortlessly crushed the future absolute ruler of the Qin clan? Mia stares at me, completely dumbfounded by such an insane reality. He is honestly too weak. I state it matter-of-factly, tilting my head. Actually, didn't the noble Qin clan possess superior male heirs in the 2nd generation? Why did absolute power fall to Ren? Oh, you haven't heard this famous tale? The supreme Qin patriarch fathered 3 sons and 1 daughter. All of Daxia knows, Mia whispers intently. The eldest tragically fell during a brutal military campaign. That fallen hero left behind a mature son, but Zayn viciously crippled him in a ruthless duel, leaving him a total invalid ever since. The 2nd son merely sired a daughter, who currently instructs at Modu Monster University alongside a strange woman. In the elder's view, he lacks the pedigree to rule. As for the 3rd sibling, Madame Frost's brother, he remains stubbornly single. His affection was completely rejected, yet his soul remains chained to a vice-captain of the Sky Crimson Holy Order. Connecting all these tragic dots, Ren becomes the sole 3rd-generation male worthy of the Qin family throne. Mia attempts a friendly shoulder pat, but my towering 6'1" frame leaves her grasping air. To save face, she launches into a comical jump, landing 2 dramatic pats. Ren represents the Qin family's entire future, their absolute golden child. His death would trigger absolute clan-wide hysteria. Catch my drift? I relax my stance. The Qin family will never trace this to me. I give a solemn nod. Enough gossip, you two. How do we handle this massive alpha monster? During our casual banter, Celeste hadn't wasted a single breath. That terrifying white bone skull lizard is now an ice sculpture. Finish it, let me. Mia volunteers excitedly. Wait, not yet. Approaching the skeletal beast, a mere flick of my wrist shatters the frost. It spawns bronze tier underlings, correct? We'll farm 4,000 minions before execution. Celeste visibly cringes. Is he really exploiting a boss-class monster for endless labor? Even the underworld's worst tyrants show more mercy than this. Corporate vultures would weep at his sheer greed. Pile up those minion carcasses, I command, gesturing toward Hank. He obeys instantly. After watching my overwhelming victory against Ren with his own eyes, his reverence for me, Shanghai's undisputed apex prodigy, has skyrocketed into absolute blind devotion. This is visceral, crushing dominance, far deadlier than the whispered legends. He once considered the gossip mere fiction. Now he knows the myths barely scratched the surface. He shifts into his massive minotaur state immediately. Balancing beasts on broad shoulders and gripping others tight, he tirelessly transports dozens of monstrous husks across the battlefield. I lay my palm flat against the mountain of slaughtered monsters. Immediately, their flesh rapidly disintegrates before everyone's eyes, violently draining until only hollow, withered husks remain. The skeletal lizard witnesses this horrific drain, jaw dropping in absolute terror. Its eyes widen. I frown sharply. Advancing quickly, I deliver a brutal backhand that violently twists its neck. What are you gawking at? Start spawning. We are surrounded by prey. Slack off, and you'll join that pile of deflated hides. That agonizing strike sends a violent tremor through the boss monster's spine. It nearly wets itself in sheer panic. Miles away from my clash with Ren, a lone dune of golden sand pierces the horizon. Two silhouettes watch from above. A male and female observe the war-torn wasteland. Your thoughts on that little display? The female speaker sports a sleek ponytail cascading elegantly down her shoulder, bearing a dangerously playful smirk. A magnetic charm radiates from her flawless features, perfectly complementing her breathtaking hourglass physique. With impossibly long legs and divine proportions, she radiates a celestial aura matching even Celeste herself. Throwing a sultry side-eye, a melodic giggle escapes her lips. For a recognized monster like you, calling him average is a massive statement. And dismissing the Qin family's golden boy as complete trash? Ryan, your god complex is practically etched into your DNA, isn't it? Ryan's icy facade remains completely undisturbed. His voice cuts like absolute zero. The Xiao bloodline is utterly doomed. If Ren represents their peak, they are horribly pathetic. Crossing his arms, a sneer of pure disgust twists his sharp features. That bastard's philosophy was completely correct. Weaklings must suffer through training. If defeat shatters your pride, abandon the battlefield. With such pathetic skills, he should literally be reincarnated. Against my absolute power, he wouldn't survive long enough to blink. In Ryan's elite universe, the Qin family's treasured heir is nothing but an annoying insect. Legends claim the imperial capital's 5 great families hold immense pride, but the Xiao clan hoards 80% of it. Honestly, I think you personally embody all 80%. Lena Chu raises a sculpted brow, her gaze flashing with icy amusement. Ryan, that surpasses cockiness. Ren controls a terrifying double S-tier beast. He totally dominates his entire rank. Yet you casually claim he can't even land a strike? Pacing forward, Ryan surveys the endless emerald canopy sprawling beneath their dune, his voice terrifyingly calm. Lena, you completely misunderstand. I am Ryan, the absolute pinnacle of the Xiao family's new era. I am the clan. 100% of that divine arrogance belongs to me. Without another breath, he plunges fearlessly off the precipice into the abyss of trees. His chilling declaration echoes ominously on the roaring wind. The absolute peak of this trial belongs to me. Challengers will face swift death. His shadow blurs, dissolving completely into the dense forest. How utterly thrilling. Lena curves her lips into a smirk, amusement sparking in her eyes. Ryan and Ren are drowning in their own arrogance. But this supreme throne, I fully intend to claim it for myself. Her declaration lingers as her high ponytail slashes the wind. Pivoting sharply, she dashes away into the unknown. Keep spawning. Who said you could rest? Smack! I unleash 2 brutal backhands, forcing a pathetic wail from the skeletal lizard. Right beside me, Hank has fully unleashed his formidable Minotaur transformation. Gripping his massive battle axe, he strikes without a shred of mercy. For endless hours, our bloody routine remains unchanged. Whenever the bone lizard spawns a bronze-tier minion, Hank steps forward, obliterating it with a single, devastating swing. His initial exhaustion has morphed into soul-crushing boredom. Meanwhile, the utterly drained bone lizard crumbles into the dirt. Not a single drop of aura remains. We are still short 200 minions. I stroke my chin, glaring at the beast with absolute disgust. Guess I must hunt the rest myself. Utterly useless trash. Time to end this. Celeste, take the final kill. I nod in her direction. Her eye twitches in sheer disbelief. She curses silently. This guy is an absolute monster, draining every drop of value, then discarding it without a second thought. It is utterly ruthless, a masterclass in pure predatory exploitation. Beside her, Mia shivers from a sudden chill. I truly am a terrifying existence. Rolling my shoulders, I casually sling the Heaven Devourer on my back and scoff. I finally comprehend the supreme thrill of being a corporate overlord in my past life. The skeletal lizard, stripped of all its martial value, officially becomes Celeste's ultimate prey. Her merit score breaches the 1-point mark, crowning her as a formal military recruit. But there is no rush. 2,000 more bronze tier kills. Then the real merit farming begins. I stare at my tracking device, utterly unbothered. Meanwhile, atop the towering walls of the exam command fortress, everyone should be inside now. 280, 2 candidates total. The academy only accepts the top 80 anyway. Mr. Mack adjusts his glasses, sneering arrogantly at the digital roster. The remaining 200? Surviving is their only reward. If they perish, it is merely fate. He whistles, deeply entertained. The Daxia University trials are notoriously stained with the blood of the weak. This year, they walk into a lunar beast invasion. They chose this deadly path. Honestly, I could sleep standing right now. Show me the current leaderboard. Pull up the survival ranks. General Ardent commands, his voice rumbling like distant thunder. Observe for yourself, sir. The absolute top rank is held by Ryan of the Imperial Jiao clan. He slaughtered multiple silver tier beasts, dominating with 3.6 merit points. Second place is Lena of the Imperial Chu clan, holding 2.8 points. Third is Ren from the Imperial Qin clan, with 2.2 points. Seventh place belongs to Celestia of the Imperial Xia clan, scoring 2 points. An officer projects the massive holographic leaderboard, detailing the fierce competition. Essentially, any candidate crossing the whole number threshold possesses silver tier combat mastery. Only a dozen prodigies have reached this peak. The weaklings stuck below 1 point are completely innumerable. What about Mo? Locate his exact ranking immediately, General Ardon barks. Mr. Mack sweeps through the top 10. A blank. Scrolling deeper. Wait. Here. 19th place. 0.9. 9 military merit points. Impossible. Exactly how many bronze tier anomalies has this brat massacred? Mr. Mack glares at the monitor, genuinely baffled. The merit calculation rules are absolute. Without slaying a silver tier threat, points only crawl upward in agonizing decimals. A single bronze tier kill grants 0.09 points. 2 yields 0.099. 3 also gives 0.099. And it continues. His total is 0.9, followed by an endless string of 9s. Meaning, despite this insane massacre, he hasn't eliminated a single silver beast. This absolute madman is going completely feral, butchering an ocean of bronze-ranked targets. With his monstrous combat prowess, annihilating a silver-tier beast should be effortless. What in the world is he plotting? Mr. Mack scowls, utterly bewildered. General Ardon's face darkens similarly. With your terrifying aura, you should never be buried this low. What exactly is your endgame here? Are you seriously treating this brutal trial like a mere playground? Do not dare fall in a pathetic place like this. His intense gaze locks onto Ryan's name, dominating the summit. He grits his teeth, thinking, your true enemy is the Xiao clan's prodigy, the one hailed as the second coming of Zayn. Yet at this very second, the boy baffling the military elites is having the time of his life, completely lost in the slaughter. Boom! Deep within a shadowed ravine, 50 terrified candidates huddle in a desperate circle. A terrifying alpha beast has locked onto them. An endless tide of nightmares floods the valley from all sides, pushing the 50 students to the absolute brink of despair. Every single student is burning their life force just to survive. How is this nightmare real? This endless wave of despair, we are drowning in monsters. Our mana and stamina are completely shattered. A towering black iron bear swings desperate fists. His furious roar masks a terrifying truth. Where are they coming from? A slaughter without end. Crush one, 2 more appear. Somebody save us. We are too young to die. Blood-curdling screams shatter the battlefield. The beast tide swallows talented youths whole. Flesh, tears, and bones snap under merciless claws. Amidst this massacre stands Hugo, the black iron bear. He watches in absolute horror, his brother in arms of 7 years, shredded and devoured right before his trembling eyes. Blood vessels burst in his maddened gaze. Roaring with grief, his iron club obliterates the air. Yet his wrath only delays the inevitable. How did it come to this? Back home, they were absolute prodigies, worshipped by their peers, exalted by masters. They carried the heavy destinies of their proud bloodlines. But this supreme university entrance exam? It shattered their arrogant delusions into dust. Here, they are completely worthless. Counterfeits drowning among true elites. Supreme monsters walk these halls daily. In this ruthless empire, raw potential means absolutely nothing. Only the strong survive. Now that is a quota worth hunting. Perched atop the absolute peak, my gaze locks onto the valley gate. A colossal abyss-colored slime blocks the path. A silver-rank abyssal mud fiend. Its signature trait? An infinitely regenerating division skill. This monster will fulfill your 2,000 bronze rank elimination quota, Celeste whispers beside me. Perfect. That seals its fate. A demonic smirk curls my lips. Pure killing intent awakens. I will carve a blood river through this valley. My heaven devourer will pierce its core. Celeste shivers, cheeks flushing hot. And the rest of you? Holding the high ground or joining the slaughter? We will hold the line here. Appreciated. Celeste shakes her head in disbelief. Approaching the cliff edge, a maniacal grin splits my face as I whisper, Taotie, you are trembling with bloodlust, right? Time to conquer your second tribulation. With those words, I dive into the abyss. Plummeting from the heavens, a human meteor descending straight into the churning ocean of despair below. Boom! A catastrophic crimson shockwave erupts, painting the very sky in shades of slaughter. Jay, my strength is fading. I will see you in the afterlife. The relentless battle breaks the elite youths one by one. The Black Iron Bear stood tall against the impossible, but even his legendary endurance finally shatters. His mighty weapon spirals away. Endless parasitic slimes swarm his massive frame, dragging him into the dark. This is his final chapter. We clawed our way through hell to reach this stage, Jay. I dreamed of standing at the pinnacle of the world. A glorious saga, snuffed out in this wretched dirt. Splat! Toxic sludge suffocates his face. Absolute darkness consumes his fading consciousness. Hope is completely lost. At the gate, the abyssal fiend shrieks in twisted ecstasy. It had been hunting these supreme human delicacies since dawn. 50 primordial souls. An absolute banquet of spiritual energy. The hour of consumption is here. Quivering in demonic anticipation, the colossal behemoth hyper-accelerates its division. Thousands of clones erupt into the valley. But suddenly, boom! A devastating crimson comet strikes the earth. An unmatched sovereign of carnage steps from the crater. Keep multiplying, monster. If you stop now, my kill streak will be pathetic. Tossing my head back, I unleash a god-shaking roar. Taotie's apocalyptic aura detonates like a spiritual tsunami. This barbaric killing intent freezes the very air. Even the colossal abyss fiend recoils, shrieking in primal, absolute terror. Boom! The heaven devourer becomes a whirlwind of death. Crimson spearlight massacres everything in its absolute domain. 1, 2, 3. Countless abominations are vaporized into ash by my supreme spear arts. Obliterate them, I roar, plunging the divine weapon into the earth. A shockwave of annihilation erases dozens of fiends instantly. How is this real? 50 geniuses failed, yet he slaughters them solo. Clawing out from the sludge, Hugo witnesses this impossible miracle. His mind completely short-circuits. 50 elite talents, trapped in death's jaws for 24 agonizing hours. Reversed in seconds by a single dominant force. Is he even human? We called ourselves prodigies? What a pathetic joke we were. That man is the true definition of a supreme genius. Hugo chuckles bitterly. We are the 100,000 heavenly warriors hunting the Monkey King. But truthfully, we are not even worthy of holding their mounts. He slowly shakes his head. Any lingering sparks of arrogance completely shatter into dust right now. Decent skills, but ultimately trash. Atop a neighboring peak, a solitary silhouette watches my rampage through the gorge below, flashing a chillingly arrogant smirk of absolute disdain. It is Ryan. That monster is silver rank, second tier, worth 2 entire military merit points. That prey is mine. A frigid glint pierces Ryan's gaze, right as he prepares to dive into the absolute bloodshed. Boom! A colossal shadow launches upward from the horizon, totally swallowing the heavens in a heartbeat. He halts his step. The Qin clan's golden child, Ren. Ryan smirks and casually crosses his arms, remaining perfectly planted on his peak. Let the dogs rip each other apart. I will just enjoy the slaughter. You are dead meat. A heaven-shattering bellow rips through the clouds from straight up above. Ren, shifted into the 100-split golden scale fiend, plummets downward with twin blades soaring. He completely ignores the endless swarm of monsters surrounding him. His murderous intent locks completely onto me. Twin swords overflowing with devastating aura violently crash in my direction. Meanwhile, from the opposite flank, 9 terrifying monsters charge forward simultaneously. Leading the pack is an impossibly massive stallion. 4 hooves scorch the earth with freezing blue flames. Crystalline armor plates encase its sapphire body. Boasting a mountain-like build, it possesses the brutal, majestic skull of a genuine dragon. This is absolutely no regular beast. It is Reed's awakened state. The double S-rank Azure Dragon Steed. He commands 8 other S-rank nightmares, flanking Ren from the left and right. A deadly pincer attack trapping me entirely. Crap. Upon the ridge, Celeste and Mia instantly lose all color in their faces. That bastard Ren. He stayed hidden in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to execute this ambush. Absolute zero frost floods Celeste's eyes. She and Mia instantly leap downward, but a blinding slash of white fire rips through the air, violently blocking their rescue path. Hovering magically on the wind itself stands a pristine, snow-white, 7-tailed fox. 7 majestic tails sway softly, dripping ethereal sparks of pink energy. Are you terrified for your precious little boyfriend? I never imagined the Ice Queen possessed a heart. The 7-tailed vixen mocks them with a wicked, playful smirk. Her tone drips with such deadly temptation that Hank collapses to his knees instantly. This is Lena's awakened manifestation, the 7-tailed vixen. Lena, you witch! Celeste's deadly glare plummets to absolute zero. Lena from the Chu clan holds a double S-rank spirit, boasting terrifying potential for future evolution. Given enough time, she might even ascend to a triple S-rank 9-tailed celestial fox. Too bad. While I am standing right here, neither Celeste nor Mia will take a single step. Lena giggles, her gaze swirling with demonic mischief. Plus, somebody else already called dibs on crushing those 2 pathetic bugs, right? Her vulpine eyes flash, dangerously mesmerizing. Get lost! Mia roars. Pure, unadulterated rage. She always violently despised girls exactly like Lena Chu. Taller, curvier, and infuriatingly oozing with effortless feminine charm. She will absolutely not tolerate this disrespect. You want me to step aside? Make me bleed for it. The second Lena's arrogant dare drops, a majestic sapphire ice phoenix erupts into reality behind Celeste. Simultaneously, a menacing obsidian and violet phantom butterfly shimmers beside Mia. Scram, or I will turn your corpse into a permanent ice sculpture. Celeste's threat sounds like cracking glaciers. Before her echo fades, both warriors explode forward simultaneously, charging straight for Lena's throat. Meanwhile, in the slaughter pit below, I stare down an infinite ocean of monsters, with Ren and Reed's strike forces violently squeezing my flanks. Surrounded from every angle, this is the exact moment I stop restricting my true power. Time to flip the game board entirely.